right, we're here. I guess. Some of us are feeling very sassy at the moment. We're complaining because life isn't fair. And human beings can choke on their own spit, which is dumb. It's a design flaw. We should be recalled. It happened to two of us today where it's just like you're just doing it, like going along like a normal functional adult and then so dumb. Anyway, hi everybody. That's not what we're technically here to talk about, but we can talk about it for a while if you want to, because I'm down.
The magical world has a potion for that.
Sure. A potion. Guess what? With extremely expensive ingredients that we're not allowed to have because we're just first year. I'm feeling like a first year.
Good.
Feel like a first year who's
You've been immersed.
About to invite Granny to come and straighten this place out. You know, discipline and some light cannibalism. It's fine.
So anyways, we'll be playing Kids on Brooms. It's a spin-off of Kids on Bikes. Think Harry Potter, but better than Harry Potter. Not that IP. We have our own school, our own houses, our own characters. And it's way better, way awesomer. We might get to the familiar costume contest. We'll see. Maybe there'll just be more plans. Kels.
Hi, I'm Misha _less_than 3 on Twitch, or at Misha Waya on Twitter or Tumblr. I'm playing Kels. She is the reluctant oracle trope, so she can get visions of the future, like the time she drew a carriage explosion on their way back from town. That was pretty cool. She's coming back after having a good cry on Saturday night, you know, from a really great day. Really great week, actually. Lots of good stuff happening for her. And probably wrote a letter to her parents saying everything was fine and also she needs to borrow money to fix her broom because she already borrowed it from someone else. Please and thank you. Brigham.
Hello, I am Hatter and I play Brigham. I am half human, half mermaid, so I only have one leg and I hop around and I fall a lot. And I had an idea for a fantastic costume for the familiar contest, and I'm still not sure if we're allowed to participate. So we'll see about that. Looking forward to seeing what we get done, and maybe eventually we'll actually play some underwater hockey. Sin?
Hi, I'm Sin or Sinful __ potato on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all the social medias basically. I play Aspen, who is the haughty descendant trope. She's known as the kid who started the fight day one. Has negative house points since day one. All great things. She has 2 magical parents, and who she has to figure out how to convince them to let her obtain tickets or prizes for the sanctuary. And she also has a sister at the school who she also has to figure out how to talk to about stuff for the contest. Fun things. And she's being haunted by a Pegasus because she stole from it. It's wonderful. Gustav.
Hello, I'm Twi'lek and I'm playing Gustav. Gustav has a stat line if you'd like to hear it. Brawn, 0. Grit, 0. Brains, 0. Fight, 0. And, you know, I've got 1 in flight and charm, so I'm not too bad. And I am clearly going to absolutely dominate this session with all my zeros. It's going to be great. 0.
Well, you are the hero, for good or for ill. You're the best among us. You're a future Giga Chad, as we determined last time. Yeah, so I'm 0, whatever. I don't know, man. So I'm playing Phineas, who is a really weird kid, but who just wants people to be happy And people apparently don't want to be happy. People enjoy being miserable and making each other miserable. And we'll see what happens when Phineas gets enough of that. Maybe he has no breaking point, but maybe he does. We'll see.
I have a feeling Zero didn't enjoy high school.
I loved high school.
Well, here is very emotionally immature children, so you're going to have a lot of squabbles over nothing and drama for no reason, overreactions and such. As is life, everything's the end of the world when you're 14 to 17. So,
As soon as you hit 18, though, you know everything, so it's fine, and you're above drama for sure.
oh yeah, nah, of course. So we left off on Saturday night, which was the full moon. Nothing happened, luckily. Definitely not because we were running out of time, and I would definitely wanted to make sure we got to the familiar costume contest. But Professor Levi got to you guys in time and got you inside. Got you to the doctor because you guys all smacked yourselves in the heads with rocks. And yeah, you guys got some things you need to do before the contest. You wanted to figure out the prizes. I think that's the main thing you guys need to do. So.
By you guys, you mean Aspen.
Right, but you guys also wanted to make something as well because that's why you were practicing on the rocks.
Yeah, and then we all got concussions.
Yes.
So I think maybe that's a terrible idea. Forget that.
Cool. All right. Where are we starting? You left off Saturday night. It's up to you guys when in the week you guys want to jump in or do.
Now, I seem to recall that we were going to get people to sign up. Was it this Sunday, or were we just going to have people sign up later?
We need sign-ups early. We need to check with the Creature Club because they are either doing stuff, which is great, in which case we have less to worry about, or they're doing nothing, in which case, boo.
So it is now Sunday morning.
Yeah.
We're talking to the creature.
We'll say that your sister made it so registration has to happen by today. So people just have to submit. That way they know how many to expect.
Okay.
And can plan, speaking of familiars, accordingly.
Yes. Where's the ninja costume? That's what I want to know.
Here.
So yes, we should check with your sister, Aspen, to make sure that everything is going smoothly. We don't want to duplicate efforts. And given that our efforts tend to apparently result in great bodily harm,
If we're talking over breakfast, Kels is loaded up on the most sugary cereal she could find. As the book indicated, perhaps sugar is a way to trigger more visions.
I have copied Kells because I'm one of nature's followers.
yes. Are you eating your feelings, Kels? You heard me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How are things with Izzy?
They're great.
She is sitting with Tobias, Marius, and Delilah.
Is my sister in the cafeteria?
Sure.
I will walk over to the food table that has the food or whatever and grab a banana and then casually walk over to my sister who's probably sitting with her prefect friends and attempt to sit next to her.
Hey, Aspen. Can I help you?
Hello, my dearest, most beloved sister. How are you today? And I offer you the banana.
So the answer is yes. What do you want?
I was wondering if the creature club is doing anything for the familiar contest in terms of prizes.
In terms of prizes? I thought you guys said you were handling the prizes.
Well, we are. We're just making sure we don't double up on things, like, make sure we don't, do the same thing and then like, oh no, we have like 50 ribbons to hand out to deal.
Do you have 50 ribbons to hand out?
No.
Okay, what exactly do you guys have?
Well, we were going to ask, I was going to contact mom and dad about seeing if, they'd let us get some tickets to the sanctuary for like the spa for prizes.
Oh, like some vouchers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably easy. I can call them. Probably better I do it. No offense.
Yeah.
Okay, so vouchers. I know you guys mentioned Silent was going to do pictures with people.
Yeah. That's about it, I think. I think we tried making a trophy last night and it didn't go over well.
You tried making a trophy? Like sculpting a trophy?
Yeah, but with magic, and then
Your first years.
yeah.
Okay. Assume that didn't go well.
Nope. It was daytime, and then we woke up, and it was nighttime.
Wait, last night?
Yeah.
During the full moon, did anything happen?
I don't think so. Professor Levi came and found us.
In case Sin doesn't remember, we also heard like a werewolf or something, some creature.
You really have a knack for finding trouble here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll call mom and dad, see if they can offer some vouchers. I don't really see a problem with it. I don't see them saying no. But yeah, I guess vouchers for first prize, and then everyone gets a photo, or at least the first maybe 3. I mean, at least per category. I'll see what they're willing to do, but
Thank you.
yep.
Bye. And then asked
Bye.
them to walk away to her friends. So, they're, my sister's going to call my parents to talk about the vouchers.
Good.
Yeah.
And we have those little trinkets for the runners up, yes?
I got 2 rings and we got some nymph stuff, but I think it was mostly balloons. So it's
I think the nymph stuff was for decorations.
yeah, it's like paper chains of people holding hands. You know, those little cutouts.
All right. Reminds me of
It was
Hansel and
very
Gretel.
expensive, so it must be
It's
useful.
true. I'm sure nymph decorations will go over well with this particular crowd. If they don't like it, they can talk to Sai about it.
Speaking of, Sai's definitely not here. He is still asleep.
Exhausted from being a werewolf last night, I'm sure.
Sure.
Well, let's face it,
I
there's
mean,
some
you
reason.
know him notoriously. He always misses breakfast. He always chooses to sleep in instead.
Yeah. I don't even know why I come. I don't hardly eat any food. Except for gingerbread. I could make little gingerbread children for human snacks. I can see if Cooking Club would help with that. Since we have all the pet snacks, I don't think people will enjoy the pet snacks.
Not usually. Your cookies were very good the last time I had them.
Yes, you had a devil of a time catching that one.
Yes.
Do you only eat gingerbread men? Are there any brunette men or?
I don't know what that means. Oh, you mean overcooked?
Right. Just as long as you don't want to eat anybody who's got pink hair, that's fine.
They're cookies, Gustav. They're not even made of real children.
Oh.
Well, I could make little gingerbread children and even smaller little gingerbread familiars to go with the gingerbread children. It'll be like everyone's eating their classmates.
That'd be pretty cool.
All right. Well, I'll see if the Cooking Club is down for it. So we have human snacks, potentially. We have a massive amount of familiar snacks. We have decorations. We have first and second runner-up prizes. We have, or will have, winner prizes. We have, well, it is technically a fundraiser, so perhaps we charge for the photographs with Sai, and he can turn that into a donation to some familiar welfare organization in honor of Drip. And Creature Club has sign-ups handled? It all seems in order. Except for, the plan for the actual thing. You want to go ahead and pay for that renewal?
We seem to have zero plans for doing so much planning. It's really impressive, really.
There's a lot of suggestions and not a lot of nailing down exactly what was going to happen. And saying you were planning, but then not actually writing down what the actual plan was.
Is there only going to be one first place winner? Because I was just thinking about it. There's a whole bunch of different types of creatures. So is it like, how are we judging them?
I think there's a few categories. So like smaller familiars, probably medium size, large. Just because there's a disadvantage between, a tiny cute little mouse versus, a huge turtle.
That makes sense. Do we need more trinkets? We only have, 2 rings?
Well, then the winners of every category get a lovely photograph that we will, I don't know, put on a wall or something. And they get bragging rights. And then the winners of all the categories have to compete. And then there's an overall winner. And then the overall winner.
It depends on how many vouchers we get. Because if it's enough for the winner of each thing, then we can just give each person.
Yes. How many vouchers did you ask for, Aspen?
She's letting her sister handle it.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, assuming that it's not 7 different, if it's enough vouchers to cover the winners of every category, then we'll do that. If it isn't enough, then we'll have a head-to-head competition across categories, and then however many people, I don't know, if we have 3, then it'll be the first 3 people who win. So it's like the head-to-head competition will be qualification for the grand prize.
Like a best of
Yes.
Okay. I've seen those in the fish shows.
Mm.
So we need 2 rooms because the entire point of having the contest is to separate the familiars from their humans so that Aspen can interrogate them, right?
Yes.
So in that case, why don't we have the initial stages on the Saturday, and then the runoff finals in the Sunday?
Well, first of all, we only have everything planned for Saturday,
Yeah.
so we'd have to reserve the room. But I mean, you could still do it. There should be enough time to do both.
I have a
Yeah,
speaking
running up thing. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say a runner-up thing won't take near as long as the main thing because there's a lot less contestants.
Yes. Well, look. There could be 3 people who sign up. There could there could be 300. We should know
If we
from
all sign, that's at least 5.
Yes. Well, I don't think we're allowed to. Well, who knows? Yes, if we get very few signups, then I suppose we should all enter. But we should know by end of day today how many signups there are, and we can adjust accordingly. If everyone signs up, I suggest that we just leave school and go live in the woods.
You okay, Finn? You seem a little down today.
Well, some of my boundless faith in humanity has been shaken. Look at Kells.
Maybe you should eat something.
No.
Would making your gingerbread children cheer you up? I know being with the creatures at the sanctuary always helped me cheer up when I felt sad.
Hmm.
If you ice the gingerbread cookies, then Kels can eat them.
Well, they don't let me make them scream anymore. Apparently it's disturbing. But that's half the fun. Chasing them around with a little fork.
So is Silent going to be giving out the prizes?
Oh, I think so. He is the local celebrity. Or whatever. Do literally everyone in the world know who he is?
More so America and like the UK, because similar to like how Hollywood is bigger in America and the film industry, same with the magical world is it slowly started to move over. So it's slowly started in other countries and stuff. But they mainly have like the books where it's like characters jumping off the page, kind of that's their like animation sort of deal. But only recently has the film industry become so huge. America more so a longer time, but not as much overseas. But since there's very little film industry overall, everyone knows the American film industry more so than anything else.
It just seems like a lot of pressure.
He definitely, when you guys went out, was in disguise, like had hood, sunglasses, everything to make sure he wasn't recognized.
I can't imagine going places and people knowing who you are. Seems like it would be very unpleasant.
Sometimes it has its perks.
Oh, that's right. You're rather famous too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hmm. But then people expect you to be a certain way.
Yep.
And if you go around punching people and then randomly telling teachers for absolutely no reason that you spend time in boys' bathrooms, that can, I assume, be problematic.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Very problematic.
Or maybe that's why you do it. You don't like the level of expectation placed on you, so you rebel.
That's probably it.
Hmm.
I feel like I just had a therapy session. Thank you.
Hmm. Well, rebellion feels like it would be empowering.
Yep.
Should we
2K.
rebel? I mean, we sort of are with Movie Club. I just never thought of it in the terms of rebellion.
Should let all the creatures out of the stables and watch them run free.
Yes.
I feel like that would get us in trouble with your sister Raspin, and you've told us lots of tales about her, but I don't think I've spoken to her personally. Does she punch as hard as you?
No. But my brothers punch harder. They're also older.
Let's just fight trolls, okay? None of this brother stuff.
Mm.
Cool. So now that we've planned everything, Zoom to Saturday, and it's the time for the familiar contest.
Sure. We will say, though, before then, that morning, Professor Levi comes by your guys' table. Hey, Phineas, can I talk to you?
Of course.
Great. We'll talk in my classroom.
I also have something I want to ask you about. Or several things,
Perfect.
really. Anyway.
So you guys go off to his classroom, and he shuts the door, kind of leans against his desk. So last night, did anything happen before I got there that you're not telling me about?
Well, we went down by the river to find rocks that were small enough and similar in size to the rocks that we use in school, in class, and we were going to practice transmuting them into pleasing shapes that we could then use as a model to have one of our more artistic friends craft prizes for the contest. And then, I don't know, something went terribly wrong, apparently, to all of us. And then we woke up.
Okay, you woke up and I got there? Or is there something in between?
Well, there was clearly a creature nearby. We didn't see it.
Okay. Okay, good. Other thing, it's come to my attention you've been harassing Tim.
I've been attempting to befriend him.
Okay, I think there's some miscommunication there. He feels you're stalking and harassing him. That you've been leaving some notes in some strange places, coming up to him, talking to him when he's asked you to leave him alone. I get it, he's pretty standoffish. But I would ask you respect his boundaries if he's made it clear to give him some space.
I just don't like the idea of people being unhappy. Although people do seem to enjoy being unhappy, which is confusing.
Right. What was it you wanted to ask me about?
Well, partly that.
About Tim?
In general,
Oh.
why do people enjoy being unhappy?
Oh, why do people enjoy being unhappy?
Yes.
Some people have a hard time recognizing what unhappy is to them, and they convince themselves that certain things, they like the way things are, when in reality they don't. They don't actually realize they're sad or depressed. Some people just like being the victim in some cases, not speaking on Tim specifically, speaking in general with people. Some people think one bad scenario is better than possible worse scenarios, so they accept the bad scenario because they're not willing to take the risk for a better case. Does that make sense?
And philosophically, I just don't understand why people can't get along with each other. There's so much horror in the world. You'd think that people would maintain enough perspective to go easy on each other, making their own and everyone else's lives more difficult. It's tied to our conversations about the pervasive and toxic bullying in this establishment, but also just an observation of human behavior.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You're always going to have the strong pick on the weak. You're going to have people who feel the necessity to put others down to make themselves feel better. Or people just like to complain too, honestly. Or gossip.
Oh, rebelling.
Rebelling.
Mm-hmm.
What about it?
How does that work?
Really don't like that you're asking that question. Are you planning on rebelling? I would argue you already do that all the time.
How so?
You rarely follow school rules or directions that I give you.
That's not rebellion.
You're rebelling against the authority. You're not following the rules.
No, I don't think it's the same.
I mean, it's not as theatrical as a full-scale rebellion against the government or anything, but
I think a rebellion is something that you do for yourself or against something or someone.
right.
And, I mean, attempting to breaking or at least evaluating competing priorities and deciding that another individual's well-being is more important than adherence to rules is not the same thing as breaking rules to break them or expressing, I don't know.
Right. I can understand the whole Forbidden Forest ordeal, Phineas, but I'm talking things like me asking you not to follow and eavesdrop and spy on me, and then doing so, or breaking into my desk after I specifically told you all not to.
I don't think I did
Mess
that,
with
though.
my things. You don't seem to remember, but it was definitely one of you.
I don't know. Maybe.
You were in the room the whole time, so you certainly didn't stop
Maybe.
it either when you knew what I wanted to happen or not happen.
I don't know.
So you can try to play the loophole game, but you understand what I meant if I don't mess with my things.
Well, I don't know what happened, do I? It's entirely possible. I can tell you if events occurred the way you describe. It was for a reason. And that
Too
reason
often the
wasn't
reason is because
to be rebellious.
well, regardless, still shouldn't be doing it. Disrespectful, honestly. I keep putting my trust in you guys and feel like I'm being too lenient. I'm getting walked over. Pretty frustrating on my end.
That was not my intent.
I give you some slack because I know your upbringing is unique, and that's not your fault. You weren't raised with the same expectations as others. So you, in many cases, you don't know better. But at some point, I'm gonna have to hit you with something to reinforce that the behavior is not acceptable.
You haven't, by any chance, spoken to Granny?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay. But you're certain that she's where she's supposed to be?
As of a couple of days ago, at least, yes.
Mm.
It's a bit of a red tape situation for me to even get to her. So,
Yes. And everyone at the facility understands the cold iron trick and all that stuff, so that they won't be hexed or glamored.
my understanding, she's under quite a lot of security measures.
Anyway. I don't know. Sometimes you try to do good, and it doesn't turn out. Sometimes you try to do good, and it makes things worse because people won't cooperate.
Well, good intentions don't always excuse bad behavior. The ends justify the means attitude can be pretty problematic. But I do think at some level intentions, of course, do matter. Which again is why I often cut you a break. I don't think you're a bad person, Phineas. I just think you're a little misguided at times and don't really understand. You're figuring yourself out.
Maybe that's why rebellion doesn't make sense to me.
What do you mean?
Well, because a rebellion, I think, is about choosing the self over, like, choosing the self over society or choosing the self over rules, asserting one's self in reflection or contravention of expectations. I have no idea what's expected of me. Or even really,
Sometimes people rebel just to rebel, or it's the cool thing to do, or there's some cause they really believe in. There's a lot of reasons to rebel, but it's very common in teenagers who think they know better and or they just want to do what they want to do and the rules and authority aren't going to allow them to do that. So
Well, anyway, I aspire one day to at least know enough to have a choice whether to rebel or not. It seems like an awful lot of effort.
it can be. It's definitely often ends up hurting the person more than it hurts the thing they're rebelling against. I'm not saying rebelling is always a bad thing, but sometimes there's rules in place for a reason.
I don't know. Anyway, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Phineas.
Well, a certain knowledge of your impending doom isn't weighing upon you emotionally.
A way that I'm not too worried about it.
Wow. Hopefully, within the rules and boundaries and, whatever, we will find a way to avoid that eventuality.
It's changing all the time, so.
Hmm.
I don't think you trying to set up Miss Mesmer and Professor Ames is going to change anything, though. I don't know. I haven't talked to them since your outing because I was busy last night, but can only imagine how that went.
Who knows? They deserve to be happy. Oh, did someone...
Together,
I don't know. I don't know how these things work. Apparently everyone stands in a room together and then kisses each other and are judged. Maybe, I don't know. It's very confusing. The interesting thing about the repairman of the broom was not super helpful. But the suspicion that it was magic that caused Kells to careen at full speed into a wall was not disproven. And on the way back, Kells had a vision of one of our carriages crashing, which I have to assume was not a completely useful or a completely common occurrence. We had to take some sort of other strange conveyance.
that's actually really troubling. Okay.
Yeah.
Professor Ames is tracking that?
Well, suffice it to say he's aware of the suspicions, but he doesn't seem to be overly bothered by them. Or perhaps he's bothered by them and he's refusing to let that be known.
Like I said, I haven't talked to him recently because of last night, but okay.
But it does seem like someone's trying to kill Kells.
It does. That's or well, we'll see. I'll look into it.
All right. I trust that you will.
Is there anything else?
I don't think so. Are you going to
You're still
attend the
going to?
Are you going to attend the contest?
Sure, I'll be there.
Good. I don't know. It'll probably be a disaster.
Right. Are you still planning on interrogating people's familiars and
Who
all of that?
knows? Who knows?
Okay. Well,
I wouldn't worry. If we attempt to, it will almost certainly go wrong.
that's what I'm worried about.
No, I just mean in a way that will be ineffectual.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you're still going to your counseling sessions, correct?
Yes, I'm waiting for a new permanent counselor to be assigned.
Oh dear. Okay. What
Well,
happened to
because-
Miss Greco?
Well, didn't she leave, or isn't she leaving?
Okay.
She keeps talking about needing
to.
to move out of state and retire,
Okay.
change
I will
careers.
look into that as well. If need be, we'll just have you go to another counselor. That's fine. Doesn't have to be your house.
That's fine. I like meeting new people.
I think Mr. Den might be good for you, but we'll see. Okay. Anything else pressing? Any other conspiracy theories or crazy happenstance?
I mean, it's entirely possible. I think the entire way that money works is probably a scam or conspiracy theory or something. Doesn't seem to make any sense at all.
I don't know about conspiracy theory, but it's certainly not. I mean, you're always going to have the wealth gap. That's a problem, but
Yes. Well. Anyway, if you have any suggestions, I've allowed all of the gold that I have to sit under flowing water as an attempt to make sure to remove any lingering ancient curses that might be attached. So if you have any thoughts of ways that I could transform that, apparently, I mean, I could trade it, but the exchange rate isn't good. People seem to look at very heavy chunks of pure gold that are, by the way, ancient and historic, and have, I'm sure, very interesting stories behind them, and attempt to offer a poor exchange.
you still have the coins with you?
Oh, yeah. Some of them.
Do you mind if I take one? I can maybe send one
Yeah, sure.
to a contact that can maybe evaluate it for you and get you a better, more accurate assessment on its worth.
Do you want the hangman coin, or do you want the pirate coin?
Whichever you're planning on exchanging.
Oh, I don't care about any of them. Take the pirate coin, because the hangman coin might be, you might have to explain its provenance, and it has a rather tragic tale.
Okay. Could also send both if you want them both
Sure.
evaluated.
Sure.
Okay. Probably easier to just do it at once.
I'll write up a little note about the story of the hangman's coin.
Okay, cool.
It's one of the one made from the gold in people's teeth.
Great. Cool. Okay, everything else good? Studies going good?
I suppose so. The potion master isn't attempting to punish and humiliate us unfairly anymore. He's being selective in his strictness, but he's no longer overtly flouting the rules of propriety. I mean, he did say that he would rather we come to him instead of talk to other people, which I thought was quite humorous considering that his behavior was, shall we say, not trustworthy.
I mean, I can see that to a point, but I can also see, given the circumstances, why you wouldn't, and you should feel fine confiding in another teacher. It's not like I told management or anything. Or
Oh, I understand why that would be his preference,
teacher
but
to teacher.
Yeah. Anyway, I was a bit here and there about whether he belonged until his little vindictive outburst. That helped to solidify my opinion. Not that it's my business.
As far as I know, this is his first teaching job, so.
Isn't that suspicious, though? This is quite a, I thought, prestigious organization.
Well, this is also my first teaching job.
Well, they're lucky to have you.
Thank you. Quite the transition, but it's rewarding in some ways, so I think this is where I need to be, at least.
Do you play music?
I don't know.
Oh, do you enjoy music?
I do.
All right.
Was there a...
Not yet.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I can't tell Tim anything. So feel free to convey to Tim that, however awkwardly expressed, my offer of friendship remains, but I will no longer darken his door, as it were.
And if you could, I don't know who spread it around, but apparently it got out about his abilities.
I don't know.
As far as I know, you're the only group that knows possible it was Izzy. I don't know.
I don't think so. I know that she has a bit of a reputation, but she can be discerning with what she shares. So I don't think it was her. Perhaps someone overheard?
I don't know, but just, don't tell anybody else if you have told anyone.
No, absolutely not.
Cool.
And I can't imagine any of my friends would have.
Good.
All right, well, don't die.
Trying. All right. So we can, if you guys want to skip ahead to Saturday, you can.
Sure, let the chaos ensue.
All right. We'll say there was like 40 kids that signed up. A lot of them are in Creature Club. Because even though you guys pushed it back a week, it's still pretty short notice. Also with your guys' name attached to it as well. You're not the most popular in the school.
Why can't we just have nice things, SJ?
Because you've made many enemies. So certain people don't appreciate the potions homework. The contest will start in the morning, at least the early stages, so that there's like a very quick qualifying round where, because some people show up and it's like they put a little hat on their dog and call it a costume, you know? So easy, quick eliminations. Essentially, you have it's Sai, Mr. Meng, and you have Aspen's sister, Rosemary, are the 3 judges. That way you have 2 students and an adult, an instructor, so levels it out, but there will also be a people's choice vote of who their favorite is. So, and you'll have different categories. So there's the small, medium, large categories, and then an aquatic category for familiars to enter. And everyone can win in that category, but then there will be an overall winner, plus the people's choice winner.
Yes.
And if you win a category, or if you win the overall, you'll get vouchers to the Wisteria Everheart Sanctuary.
Okay.
So our sister was able to get enough vouchers to spread across.
Is there a dead category?
There is not a dead category.
That I can't enter. That seems discriminatory.
I don't think we should enter as organizers.
It is a bit of a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
All right.
Unlike the entire Creature Club entering.
But I think if if you thought of a costume and wanted to use it, we can probably be all like a little, you know.
Yeah, just to be in the spirit of things. That's fine.
Yeah.
In
Zena
that
was having
case,
none of it. I tried putting on a piece of clothing onto her, and then she did the thing where all of her limbs stop working, and she's crawling on the ground like she can't move at all. So she stayed in the room.
Poe would put on his plague doctor costume, and then people will begin screaming, and so I'll put him back in my pocket.
Yeah, if Professor Levi is there, he's probably going to have you hide it because of the incident with Lum.
Yeah. Well, it's the only
I will
costume.
say, if anyone in chat wants to have an NPC with a familiar, and it doesn't even have to be you. You could just say, hey, I want this guy, Phil, to have a dog dressed up as a firefighter or whatever, werewolf, you know. That's totally fine.
I tried to knit Maggie a little dress out of silvery threads, so she would look like a human, really. But I can't knit, so it's basically just spools of thread around her instead.
And also she pecks incessantly at it because it's shiny.
Right.
So you're trying to knit it and she's unraveling it at equal rate.
Silent does have drip with him, and he's got a little kind of rocker mohawk that he put on him with a little chin strap that he has to keep readjusting, but he's got that in a little like leather vest.
It's very good.
I see.
so the costume that Sap is wearing are the things that Aspen bought the previous Saturday. So the flower pot, and Sap is in the flower pot with the soil around and the rose sticking out because Sap is a little flower.
Wait. So this is dress up time, right?
Yep.
Flashback. I talked to... Well, Sai's a big guy, right?
He's tall. He's a little lanky, but he's tall.
Oh, well, so, okay. Because Phineas is tall, but very, very skinny.
He's probably not as tall or as skinny as Phineas, but
Okay.
he's a typical goth kid.
So one night, like on Wednesday or whatever, I asked Sai if I could borrow his most normal clothes and a hat. Like normal youth costume.
Yeah, he could just give you like some standard like jeans and a hoodie,
I don't know,
baseball cap.
it's all
He
exotic.
has a lot
nonsense.
of hats because he's always trying to, be incognito when
Yes.
he's out and about. So
Yes. So That's how.
Especially it looks weird on you because your hair is always a very defining feature of you. So for it to be hidden away under a hat,
Yeah, I know.
it look way more normal than usual.
Yes. So I show up to the costume contest since Poe is not allowed to wear a costume. I will wear one for both of us. Oh no, and Poe can look like at least briefly, look like a more or less corporeal raven.
Nice. Brigham, didn't you say you had a costume idea or something for Delphinius?
Yeah. There's been a lot of junk thrown in the ocean from this nymph show called Teenage Mutant Ninja Tortoises or something like that, and I thought it'd be really cool for Delphinius to dress up like one. So he's got the little nunchucks and the bandana around his eyes, and is very annoyed at me and tried to bite my fingers when I tried to put it on him. But he looks very cute.
Nice. Did you guys encourage Calder to dress up Bits?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. He looks like a little actual bumblebee bat. Like he made it so he looks like a bumblebee.
Yes. Yes.
Which is adorable.
After Phineas complained about it not being an actual bumblebee bat.
Yes.
Did Mr. Mang and the Aspen's sister also dress up their familiars?
We'll say Mr. Ming's, he's got a really big dog that looks like that he tried to dress up like a werewolf. You're like stereotypical cheap costume werewolf, like he's wearing a shirt with hair coming out, you know. And then Aspen, do you have an idea of is there a theme to what kind of familiars your family has?
So I think the females, so like the mom and the sister, would have like flowery type familiars, and then the dad and the brothers would be more creature like creatures.
Mm. It could be a snapdragon to keep with the dragon theme.
A leek dragon.
Hmm.
Do you have any preference for her familiar, Aspen?
It could
Or any idea what it would be?
the snapdragon idea.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So it could be a snapdragon, and we'll say it's dressed up. Probably dressed it up to look like Mr. Ming, just to be funny. So it's got the the little bandana he wears and little like clip-on earrings and stuff. Cool. So how involved are you guys? Are you guys just kind of helping move people with their familiars through? Because essentially how Creature Club has it set up is there'll be certain categories. They do a quick first round where they have only so many pass through. And then the actual where they remember how we were talking about choking on spit earlier? God.
What it is. Design flaw.
I think
Anyway.
we'll probably be ushering people through, yeah.
Okay, yeah, directing them where to go and everything, and their different areas, because they have to, for the aquatic animals, because some can't be out of water, they have to go downstairs, because there is a large pool of water, and then when you go downstairs, it's a huge window so that you can see into the pool. So they have to be able to move down there to judge, and then there's holding areas for the other familiars. None of the familiars are huge. The biggest is probably like a large dog size. Otherwise, it's not really a familiar. It's a little too big. Or at least for school. So they'll do the quick round of eliminating the costumes that are like, okay, this person put, a hat on their familiar and called it a day. And then it'll be to where people can watch, then judge. So, did anybody... I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, just making sure. Tiny category. So JJ enters with his little fire mouse familiar. So he dresses it up by there's a famous elemental wizard from a movie where there's, they focus on the 4 elements and he dresses it up like the fire wizard. Rith is there. He has his what did we... I don't remember. It was a fly dragon. He's in... Right. Yeah, a dragonfly named Arbiter or Arby. And he dressed it up like a little dart so that he makes... It's a very worm-shaped dragon, but it'll go stiff to look like the dart. Yeah, I don't think anybody else did NPC me or anything, so probably just some random people from Creature Club. A lot more lower classmen than upperclassmen, for sure.
Is Sammy there?
Sammy is not there. All right, so you guys do the familiar costume contest. It gets to the final round where everyone, sure, a Marlin dressed as Merlin in the aquatic category. That's good. You'll have the different categories, so we'll say the first place category for the small size, JJ will win. Medium size will be a I
mean, it has to be Rith, right?
his is tiny
Oh, okay.
as well. It's
All
very
right.
small.
Then we like JJ better.
Sure. We'll say for the mid-size, probably have we'll say there's a cat dressed like a whiplash. And then for the large size, Koji, who is from the underwater hockey team on Kalatog, he has a sort of penguin seal looking familiar type thing. And he dressed it up like a kind of the Loch Ness Monster. So that won the aquatic category, and then large category.
Does someone have a pendadillo?
Sure, we'll say there was an appendadillo, and it was a I was gonna say, when it rolled up into a ball, it looked like an actual ball from Capers. So those are the ones that win, and then the People's Choice category. So we'll say overall, Koji won, but the People's Choice was JJ because it was a cute little mouse.
Kels.
Yeah.
If Aspen is going to talk to the pets, to the familiars, we need to distract the other judges. So
let's do it during the photos.
Okay, I'll talk to
a photo of the people, and then we'll just talk to them there about the logistics of the vouchers.
I was thinking that we could split them up. if you could talk to Aspen's sister, then I'll talk to Mr. Mang. Does that sound good?
What do you want? Where do you want Aspen's sister?
Well, you wanted to talk to her about the vouchers.
Oh, I thought we talked to all the people about the vouchers, and then all the animals would go somewhere.
Oh, that makes sense. Yes, let's do that.
Because then we can, I don't know, take pictures of the animals separately. That sounds like a good idea. We have pictures here. Okay.
You have film, you definitely have pictures.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Sai goes up to take pictures with the winners, and he'll do it. They've got Creature Club made a backdrop and everything. They really already had decorations. They made decorations and decorated the place with it. And then you guys brought in your stuff, and they're like,
we don't need this.
cool, let's put it in this room.
Hey, yeah.
We'll say they do a little presentation where they, give the vouchers to each person. People's Choice Award goes JJ and everything. And yeah, Sai just takes pictures individually with the groups. So when are you guys trying to intercept exactly?
I think if we say that we wanted to take pictures of just the familiars, and then everyone else gets a description of the voucher prizes, Aspen can be taking the pictures and talking to them. Otherwise, it would have had to happen before the contest.
I mean, you can take pictures and talk to them, but Sai is going to be there with the familiar, and I don't think the person is going to be far away.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would have to have been like before the contest or something. I don't know when we.
Which still would have been awkward because it would have been like, why are you having my familiar go somewhere separately?
Yeah. Overall, awkward all around. But we'll give it a thing, because I mean, I think we were just going to be like, oh well, the familiars need their own picture, right? Because aren't they cute?
Yeah.
And
that's true. Yeah, you can have it where you just take a picture of the familiar,
and since Aspen can talk to them, we can have her make sure they do a cute pose, right? And then, lure them away by saying, look at these vouchers at the same time. That's the reason why the person wouldn't be there. If you're distributing the prize and spending a long time talking about how the prize works.
You could try, but I think Aspen's sister is the one handing the vouchers over, so.
Yeah.
How about we have Aspen ask one question while
we do
she's
have
taking a picture?
the treats to hand out.
That's true. Yeah, as the familiars are leaving, but I mean, they would be leaving with their person as well.
Yeah, but I mean, if the person gets the voucher and then we go like, hey, what kind of treat do they want? You can take so many treats. And which ones do you need, kind of thing, and then be real slow about grabbing it. Aspen has time for like 1.1 questions.
Yes.
Sure.
Or don't. Or just let it be a nice evening. I think to resolve it, Phineas would say, have you spoken to the familiars, Aspen?
Nope.
Oh well. Seems like the whole thing is wrapping up.
Busy.
Yeah. I think everyone was just very busy making sure the thing went off and that everyone had a good time, and I think that's okay.
All the familiars are so cute, and I'm just here staring at all of them, and I want to be friends, but they're running away from me.
Well, let's give them treats on the way out.
Okay.
And then you can talk to them, but you can talk to them and tell them how wonderful they are. And what a good job they did.
Sounds like a good plan.
All right.
Yeah. You guys probably would have given them some treats midway through too, just because it takes a while, and then after,
We have to get rid. We're not keeping.
So many treats.
Right.
Yeah.
These treats.
Yeah, There's so many. No, hearing that, Kels just kind of like sighs and rolls her eyes, but she doesn't really care because she was like, it was a silly plan anyway, but it was Phineas who wanted to do it, so whatever.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
What is the name of the place where we got the treats? The pet store?
Corky Dials.
Corky
Yeah,
Dials.
Quirky Dials familiar shop.
So Phineas, dressed as basic youth, will say to the people, enjoy the treats, courtesy of Corky Dials, for all your pet supply needs. Over and over and over again, while Aspen talks to the familiars. Slash tells them how wonderful they are.
Right. Cool. So all that happens. Nothing goes too crazy. There might have been some incidents where they had to like keep some familiars apart or whatever, just minor things that happened. But after all is said and done, it's time to clean up. And so it's just you guys, Creature Club, that was helping out, taking down the decorations and stuff, cleaning any messes that some familiars may have caused.
I think I made too many gingerbread children. Look, there's plates and plates left. They all seem so sad. Well, they're baked to enjoy being eaten.
But they also enjoy the chase.
It's true.
Maybe you should share them with your house.
I'll take them back. You're welcome to take some too. But if you put them in your bag, make sure to close it so they don't crawl out. There's nothing more tragic than seeing a soggy gingerbread child drag itself through the dew-laden lawn early in the morning.
I just assumed that one person was just standing by the plates of them, kind of like, nope. Back on the plate.
Well, I think that was a success. It seemed like people had a good time.
Stay to help clean up, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mr. Mang, after it's done, will pull everybody in, probably partway through cleaning. Say, hey, 15 house points to everybody that helped out. Appreciate the hard work. Went pretty well. Maybe next year I think we can get it bigger with some more time, and now that people know it a little bit better, be more organized, more planning. Yes. But it's still good. Cool. So you guys each got 15 house points.
What
help a little
does that
bit.
put you at, Aspen?
-10.
There you go.
Getting there.
Can Aspen go over to her sister real quick?
Yep.
And she'll hand her the rose from the costume that is like the second rose, and give it to her sister. Like, thank you for helping.
You're welcome. Maybe a little bit more heads up next time, but we pulled it off.
Yep.
Are you positive house points yet?
No.
Well, keep at it.
I will do my best.
I would say definitely help out with Creature Club and Herbology Club.
Okay. I have one quick question. You have friends who are probably in the romance department or knowledgeable in the romance department. Do you know how to get someone to like you that's probably more than just a friend like?
Probably don't follow them into any boys' bathrooms. Yes, I heard about that.
Okay.
I would say relax. You seem a little, I don't want to say awkward, but you're a little awkward. And you seem like when you go to talk to people, you kind of start to panic and then you start ranting. And just gotta take a deep breath and calm down and maybe think about what you're going to say first.
Okay.
Who do you like?
So there's this person in my house that I like
Mm-hmm.
the same year.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it? You're not gonna give me the details? Embarrassed? Tell your big sister?
Yep.
Well, maybe you should give them the rose.
Well, I already gave them a rose.
Oh. What did they say?
They liked it, I think.
Okay. So are you guys like talking? Are you dating? What's going on? If you're already giving them roses.
We have passing comments like hey and stuff, but that's about it.
And you just gave them a rose?
Yep.
Bold. Guess that's why you're Drakenor. Cool. Well, let me know if it works out. Fall ball's coming up, so.
Yep. Do you have a date?
I do have a date. Cool. Good talk.
Cool. Bye. And she'll walk away.
Cool. So now another week ahead, Saturday evening, probably by now that you guys have all finished up. Nothing terrible happened.
No attempts at our lives.
No, I thought about it.
So it seems like if we just do nice things normally, we get points for it. I suspect that if we try to interrogate the familiars about potential, or their master's potential ties to the blood cult, then we would have lost points instead of gained them.
Probably.
So to earn points, we should just do more contests.
I think people will get tired of contests. And this was expensive.
You guys just didn't feel it because Sai paid for almost everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So something else that is inexpensive.
Like a
Also,
race.
Kelsey, your broom would have came in towards the end of the week. So your broom is now fixed.
Huzzah.
Are we doing movie night, or did we do movie night?
To be honest, I kind of thought that we might have skipped movie night because we were probably preparing for the contest, with all the last minute things that we forgot about.
Yes.
Still do it tonight.
We could do it tonight.
As a wind down, we should do that.
Yay, we could watch Spell Wars.
I've heard the prequel trilogy was awful, and the
How dare
sequel
you.
trilogy was very divisive.
There was nothing wrong with the Spell Wars
Well, there's that
Prequels
one
compared
character,
to the original.
Barbar Dinks, that folks found, well, racist.
Right.
He is racist. It was very much a caricature of mer people. Very annoyed with the prequels. We will not be watching those.
Yes.
Cool. So, you guys are going to organize movie club together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Cool. Are you inviting everybody that's typically in movie club?
Of course.
Cool.
Does JJ come?
Yes.
Is JJ up as a wait? Is JJ a
JJ's
first
part
year?
of movie club.
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
Good.
he is in.
Then yes.
Yes, he's.
Then we will congratulate JJ on winning.
Aspen would try to invite Emmy again.
Yeah, Emmy will go. Emmy, Ophelia, JJ, Mateo, Malachi.
I'm gonna try to invite Casey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where are you trying to find him? Common room, dinner, lunch, pool.
Try just a dinner.
Okay. He's got a lot of protein on his plate. A lot of rice and protein.
Not
Veggies.
surprising.
Yep.
Hey, Casey, how you doing?
Tired from all the practicing I've been doing by myself.
Nice, good for you. Are you practicing again tonight?
Probably.
Would you like some company?
Don't you have your little stuff? Didn't you have your little familiar contest and all that stuff today?
Yeah, we're done with that, so I could really use some practice, after all.
Yeah, no
I'm
kidding.
First year. Yeah. So what do you say?
I guess.
All right. Meet you down after dinner?
Sure.
Cool.
Gotta wait 30 minutes though.
I heard that's an old wives' tale,
It is a myth.
but you still listen to it?
It was a joke.
Got it. My bad. Alrighty. Go back to the group and let them know that I'll be at the pool swimming tonight instead of movie night.
Cool. So everybody minus Brigham and Izzy. Izzy doesn't go either.
I will. Not when Izzy is with a group, but I'll wait for a moment, and then of course, because I have to,
Right.
Izzy.
Phineas, they need to put a bell on you or something.
Probably.
What?
Well, you're angry at me, and I'm very sorry for whatever it was I did that made you angry.
No,
And
you're not.
And well, I can assure you I know my own mind, and I am.
You're sorry you did it. So if you could go back, you wouldn't have done it.
I don't know precisely. Well, I think it may have been because I tried to get you and Kels to be friends again, which I still think was the right thing to do.
I'm mad because you lied to me. You promised, because I didn't want to go, and you promised that it wasn't going to be weird and awkward and I could hang out with you and not Kels. And then you made me hang out with her and sit with her, and you weren't even hanging out with me.
Yes, I wanted you to be friends again. And I still do, but that's not my choice. So I
No,
apologize.
it's not. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm okay.
The contest went well. We didn't do anything
That's
particularly
good.
strange.
Find that surprising.
I know. Well, frankly, it's because we forgot.
You can be a little forgetful.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. I passed out in Professor Levi's office. I have no idea why.
Oh. You sure you're not sick or something?
Never been sick a day in my life.
Yeah, you might want to get that checked out.
Oh,
It's
maybe I
definitely
should.
concerning.
Yes, maybe I should. I wonder if the doctor is familiar. I didn't feel ill. And the concussion came later, so it wasn't that. Just a blank spot.
Yeah, it's not great. What if someone wants you to forget something and it's super important? Or even if they don't and you forget something super important?
Well, the other interesting thing was that apparently, while I was unconscious, someone broke into Professor Levi's desk.
Oh. Are you sure it wasn't you?
I'm certain it wasn't me. Because I said that I wouldn't.
I mean, you also said you wouldn't make things awkward and whatever, but you lied to me, but it's fine.
Well, it's not a lie if you mean it when you say it. And then you forget things and are overwhelmed with the desire to stop people feeling bad.
I would say that is a lie. You then make it a lie.
Possibly. I'm not sure how it works.
Yeah, it makes you untrustworthy because they know you're not going to keep your word.
Probably.
Definitely.
I don't really know how it works.
Well, now you do.
Yes. But anyway, so yes, something is strange. But I can't seem to muster much feeling about it. But I will take your advice and go ask the doctor about Strange passing out and if there could be a magical effect. It's possible. Oh, and Professor Levi knows that people are trying to kill us. Well, Kells at least.
Right. That whole carriage thing was kind of scary.
I know. It seems like a bit of a coincidence that Kells has been targeted twice and then her carriage was going to crash.
Probably made somebody mad.
Mad enough to kill.
Seems like her.
I think it's likely that her visions have revealed something that perhaps she isn't aware of.
I mean, she also pissed off all the first year classes because of potions.
I don't think the first years have the requisite power and experience to attempt murder with magic.
They went through Sammy.
Does Sammy murder people?
Who knows?
Well, that's distressing, isn't it?
I mean, I don't think so.
I mean, I've met him. I don't think he seems like a murderer.
No. Probably not. Maybe he's a potions teacher.
Yes.
He's a secret agent. Maybe he got this job just to get rid of Kels because of her singing abilities. And then she also made him mad.
And I have confirmed he has no experience teaching whatsoever. Isn't that strange? Coming to an institution of this repute, having no experience.
Kind of. I mean, I'm pretty sure they hire a lot of teachers based on world experience. Like, they don't like people straight out of college or whatever.
Exactly. And what is this
They
work?
want
I mean,
people
we know Professor Levi hasn't been a teacher before, but he has extensive relevant experience. But
Right.
this,
He was that on the spin and everything.
yes. Well, this fellow, not so much. Still very secretive.
I wonder if he had a potion shop or anything. Good question.
Yes.
I mean, obviously there's exceptions because I don't know what Miss Mesmer was doing, but she's an werewolf, so it makes sense she would be the divination teacher.
Of course.
And then, I mean, Professor Ames was a Lexor.
Yes.
Professor Levi was Bennett. Coach Harding used to play Capers. So yeah.
Interesting. I wonder how he qualified. Oh, there was something else. Well, there's definitely a werewolf, so be cautious.
How do you know there's a werewolf?
Well, so we were going to practice transmutation on stones down by the river to try to shape the stones into appealing shapes that we could then have made into a trophy. And then something terrible happened. We were all knocked out. And then Professor Levi came and rescued us just as the beast was approaching.
Oh, Professor Levi did? I always figured he would be like a werewolf or something because, you know, the super... Maybe that's a little cliche.
Oh, I don't think so.
I guess they probably wouldn't have let him on the Spinet if he was a supernatural creature. But
Probably. He does seem to know. Wait a second. I was going to say he does seem to know or have great interest in supernatural creatures, but I have no idea how I would know that.
well, I mean, he is the supernatural studies teacher, and then he was on the Spinet, which is like the supernatural interdiction team. It's like it's like a SWAT team for supernatural creatures.
Yes. No, but I know all that, but that's not how. I don't know. It's something weird. A little quirk in my brain. It's not the image I had in my head for a moment. Started speaking. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm just strange. Ignore me. So no, I don't think he's a werewolf. I think he knows who is, but that's appropriate, don't you think?
Would make sense.
But anyway, so be cautious.
Potions teacher probably also knows.
Oh, for the potions to prevent the. Maybe the potions teacher is the werewolf. No, I still like Secret Agent. We shall see.
Multiple.
Anyway. Oh, so I would like to discover, and you don't have to help me this, and I'm not asking you for help. I was just expressing to you. I would like to discover how it got out about Tim, because I know it wasn't you, and I know it wasn't us.
It was Kells.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, she wrote up a whole thing on Tim and gave it to Sammy. That way she could extend her debt so she didn't have to pay it off so fast. That's how she bought more time. I was keeping that secret, but since she thinks I can't keep secrets anyway, I might as well tell you.
Well, I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, can you believe it wasn't me?
No, I believe when you... I mean... Not to trigger sensitivities. But it is... It's the cost of doing business to be connected the way that you are. For people to assume. But I know that when you say that you didn't, you didn't.
Right, she was my friend. And even you told me not to go spreading it around at the first...
Yes.
When we first found out.
Yes. Well, that's unfortunate. I wonder. I think she must have had a reason.
Yeah, she needed more time to pay off her debt. I think it bought her an extension, a little less than a week or something.
Well, I'll have to talk to her. I wonder, I suspect she feels rather bad about that.
Not bad enough to fess up, apparently.
Should I tell her that I know or not?
It'd be more fun if you didn't, and then slowly tried to see if she would admit it after poking her a bit. But
Well, I was more thinking, I take no pleasure in people being uncomfortable. I was more thinking, would it provide her an opportunity to get closure, to admit it herself? Or should I just rip the Band-Aid off and say, I know?
I don't think she's gonna admit it herself unless she's confronted.
Why are things so complicated?
Because she probably knows it wasn't a good thing. And
I just meant things in
doesn't want people
general,
to
but
know.
that applies as well. Well, I won't be telling everyone because I don't want to cause more disruption. I don't want anyone to be even more unhappy.
Do what you want.
But anyway, I just wanted to stop. I didn't want to keep you from anything. I just wanted to say apologies.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's probably still gonna take me some time to trust you again until I see, you mean it. But appreciate the apology anyway. Is that it? I gotta.
Oh yeah, go.
Oh, thanks. She'll be like, "Bye, Finnifer."
He doesn't get
her
it.
Isabel.
He doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever. So movie night.
Movie night. Yep. You guys are watching the original trilogy of Spell Wars. Cool. Anything happen at movie night?
I think probably during the setup time at some point, I'd want to talk with Mateo and touch base with him and just be like, hey, how's potions been going?
Not the best. I mean, the nice thing is I'm good at potions, so it's hard for him to play Stump the Chump with me or, grade my homework poorly, but still, he's clearly paying more attention to me than other students when it comes to talking in class or answering questions or anything. Like if I don't have the exact right answer and everything, he's going to pick it apart.
Yeah, same. Listen, I'm sorry about the whole thing. I should have kept better track of that.
Yeah. I mean, I know you didn't mean to. Obviously, your name was on it too, so.
Yeah,
Just
well,
sucks.
it'd probably be better if it was just one of us. So if you need to tell people that I made you do it because it's my paper, go ahead.
I think it's easy to believe I had a hand in it, given my proponent for potions, and people know.
All right, well,
But I appreciate it.
yeah. That's all pretty much for her, for the conversation.
Cool. Brigham, what's going on at the pool? You guys just practicing?
Yeah. Yeah, just practicing, just doing a whole bunch of swimming, pretty much doing whatever I can to make Casey feel like he's valued.
He's drilling you pretty hard with running drills of like, because you're a wing, so, and he would be a center, so he's essentially having you, or you're a fin, and he's a center, so practicing passing drills or you against each other, him trying to get around you, you trying to get around him, things like that.
No, sounds great. He needs to practice, so.
Right. There is physical contact, so he will does feel at first like he's maybe a little aggressive, but nothing that's going to actually hurt you.
Cool. As long as I don't wake up with bruises, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah,
And
just
worst comes to worst, I can always
light
drown him. So
bruises. Fine. Well, for now, he can breathe underwater because he took the. It's a weird sensation, and when they do it, you have to take that first breath of water, which is really, some people can never play underwater hockey because they can't get themselves to intake water for that first breath. So
makes sense.
that's a definite barrier to entry for some people, but he has no problem doing it because it's definitely not a pleasant sensation. But
Luckily, Brigham doesn't have to worry about that.
yeah, Brigham doesn't have to worry about it.
But yeah,
Cool.
just swimming.
Cool. Anything else crazy happen at movie club? You guys bring up anything for your little thing after?
I would like to talk to Malachi, please.
Okay. He's
Malachi?
probably off in the corner afterwards talking to Ophelia, who's giggling.
Malachi, we missed you at the
Hi.
familiar contest. But I had a couple of questions. I know that your family has been magic for a long time.
Yes. What are your questions?
It's that the Wisteria Everhearts can talk to animals, and Phineas has been telling me about bloodline curses, and people, and I know that there are seers and stuff. People can see the future, and I was wondering how that starts, how families get associated with magic.
Well, some believe in pure blood, so they'll only marry other wizards and witches. Not all magical traits are hereditary. Like being a seer, I don't think any. At least I could be wrong, but I don't think anyone in Kel's family is also a seer. It's pretty rare. As far as bloodline curses, what is Phineas telling you about bloodline curses?
He mentioned it in passing. We didn't really talk about it that much.
Does he know blood magic?
I don't think so. I think his grand might, but I don't think he got taught much before he came here, except for teleportation and turning into giant birds and all kinds of things.
Teleportation? He knows how to teleport?
He did it in that fight at the start of the year.
Oh, the bird thing. I don't know if I'd call that teleportation, more transfiguration. Just moved one place to another quickly, not instantly, but tomato, tomato.
So, does your family have a magic that is associated?
Not that I know of. I mean, we're pure-blooded, but it's not like we bred to wild speak or anything.
Okay.
If anything, the power is money.
I'm not a pureblood myself, so I don't have any powers either.
I mean, you don't have to be pure-blooded to have powers. Kels isn't pure-blooded.
Right. Kels and I met at the summer camp before the school, so we already knew each other.
Cool.
Cool story, bro.
Thank you for telling me, Malachi.
Welcome, bud. He gives you kind of a condescending pat on the shoulder and then goes back to talking to Ophelia.
Can I talk to Emmy?
Sure.
Um, so Aspen will go over to Emmy and be like, if there's a wall nearby, she'll attempt to lean on the wall and be like, "Hey, you like the movie?"
Yeah. I like cheesy movies.
Yeah, I like Chompy in it. Do you have any favorite characters from that movie?
Um, yeah, I guess I like the hmm favorite. I think I like Chompy too.
Yeah. Um. So, do you want to join movie club?
Uh, sure. I mean, there's no obligation, right? It's just if you want to watch movies, you show up.
Yeah, basically.
And then there's some weird secret meeting afterwards, apparently.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah, it's to help us like first years stick together type deal because some people like to pick on other people and so we gotta stick together.
Yeah, I've heard with the whole you and JJ in the bathroom thing.
Yeah. Um so yeah. You like art? How long have you been doing the arts for?
Since I was little, my mom has she's like half nymph, half magic, best friend who, they have this thing called, graffiti in the nymph world. So it kind of spun that into like magical art.
That's cool. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to try it sometime.
Yeah, it's a little tricky because to kind of mimic it, you have to kind of spray the paint. So you need the paint, and then there's a way to do it without paint, but it's really hard because you're basically doing transfiguration at that point, and your tag you risk losing the tag just to time. Uh, Normal paint will probably last longer.
Yeah, I can see how that works. How that would last longer than the transfiguration way type deal. So yeah, um, thank you. I hope you are enjoying yourself here, enjoying your time here.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll leave you be now. She'll walk away.
Cool. Guys, do anything else for the night? I assume Calder's with you at movie
Of
club.
course.
Okay. That's a quick answer. Why, you think I was gonna do something to him?
No. We keep our eyes on him.
Never.
Yeah. He could have been with Sai or something. Just making sure you guys grabbed him.
Well, Sai is here, isn't he?
No.
Oh, that's right.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't go to movie club.
Okay. Well, I've had a quiet word with Kaldar and said, so please come to movie night. And if you can, and if you want to go spend time with Sai and play music, that's okay too. But we'd very much like you at movie night. But it's your choice. Just to convey that we would like to have him there.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Cool. So what do you guys do? Movie club's wrapped up. On you guys. I wasn't sure how long you guys were going to plan before the familiar contest or drag out the familiar contest or what was going to go on. So
No, we're all about the big build up. And then like, it's a familiar contest. It went fine.
It was
Yeah.
fine. It was great. Everyone had a good time. We're done with that now.
Yes, until next year. For the second annual. I will go see the doctor,
at night,
assuming that he's still in his office. If not, I will
Yeah.
wait till morning.
there will always be at least like a nurse on call, there or something, even if it's not Dr. Tetsuya.
Dr. Tetsuya.
Can I help you? Are
Possibly.
you all right?
Maybe. I lost consciousness. Not from being pinged in the head.
Again.
Previously, actually.
Oh,
And it's not the first time, I think. Can you detect if I'm under a curse? I mean, I'm sure I'm under multiple curses, let's face it. But can you detect if I'm under a curse or other magical effect that would cause me to lose consciousness?
is this related to your memory issues?
I think so.
Professor Levi mentioned it. A little hesitant to mess with you in any way, just because we don't know how whatever your grandmother did may react to somebody trying to look into it. I don't want to cause more harm trying to figure out what's
You might
going
be
on.
turned into a newt. Yes, that's a risk.
Looking into getting you a specialist, but we have to find someone close enough willing to do it.
But there's not like a little spell or device that you can go, oh, yes, there's a curse.
Could. Again, I don't know if the curse is reactionary, is the problem.
In my head, I had assumed that it was if one attempts to remove it, as opposed to simply detecting. But she is very
Maybe.
wily. It's possible.
I just don't want, try to look for a curse and then it somehow damages you. Somehow. That would be something I'd like to avoid if I'm trying to help you.
Oh, I was just thinking more like, I don't know, all the plants in 100 meters grow enormous and teeth and start eating everyone or something like that. I wasn't thinking about risk to myself.
I was thinking more like it wipes your entire memory or something worse.
Oh. Maybe. Who knows? All right, then.
Just know we're looking into it. I think he wanted to speak with your grandmother first. What's the other thing?
I'm a bit concerned about that.
Yes, that's he has experience with supernatural creatures, so I'm sure he'll do his due diligence.
All right. Well, anyway. All right, then. Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with me, or if there is, that there's nothing to do about it, so I should just continue on.
But as you have symptoms, please feel free to come to me and let me know. It could help us in the future, too. It's a good practice to keep record of it. If you just want to keep a little notebook or something with you that you can write down anytime you have these episodes.
Yes.
That would be good. Then we can figure out what the triggering events are as well.
Yes, I will endeavor to remember to write down the thing that makes me forget.
Right. Easier said than done, I know.
Who knows?
It might help to have a friend that spends a lot of time with you be aware of that as well. That way, if you forget, they remember and know when you forget something.
I wonder if Poe knows. Poe.
I would be hesitant. No offense to you, Poe, but you did acquire Poe with or from your grandmother, correct?
More or less. I mean, he was just kind of laying around. Literally.
Right. So maybe someone else.
Oh, all right.
Doesn't hurt to have multiple either.
Well, you can keep your eye out too, Poe. All right. Well, sorry to have bothered you.
Oh, not a bother. Cool.
Total.
So, guys go to bed.
Yep.
Cool. You're gonna hear the window open next to you again, Phineas. Naturally. So you know Sai is sneaking out.
I'll just pop my head out and wave. And then just say, thank you for the basic bro clothes. I laundered
Anytime.
them and they're folded up for you.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So you guys just go to bed for the night. Cool. Wake up Sunday morning. What you guys doing? We'll say Brigham. You have say a preseason game this morning.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
You're probably not going to play much in it because you're first year, but they might put you in after they're winning, or like maybe the first couple minutes just to get you guys a little bit of reps since it's a preseason game. But
Nice. All right. Brigham's going to be very excited and probably not going to be able to eat anything at breakfast.
But you should eat something, Brigham, says Kells with her bowl of sugar cereal. She's been keeping, I assume at this point, she's been keeping a log of what she's been eating and tracking the frequency of visions to see if there's any correlation. There probably hasn't been that much change other than the fact that she's getting some pretty nasty stomach aches.
Right.
Unrelated, she's sure.
What are some of the things you've tried besides sugar?
Just sugar. Just pure sugar. Okay. No, like probably something sugary in the morning. Like probably the most processed sugar foods for the first day. And then probably the second day to make sure it was going well. And then her stomach was like, stop doing that. So then she cut back a little bit on that and looked for other sources of sugar. So probably more in fruits, lots of apples, strawberries with sugar on them, etc. That kind of thing.
Okay, apples, strawberries.
I don't know what else has sugar in them, fruit-wise. Oranges? I don't know. All the fruit.
Every fruit.
Every fruit.
Okay, you eat a banana. And it's like right after that. You don't know if it was the banana or not, but definitely right after the banana, you have a vision and draw. It's like a pair of eyes and then like someone banging on the iris.
Ooh, trippy.
Or pupil.
Banana. Let's circle that one. Come back to it. We have to have a theme here. It might as well be bananas.
Speaking of bananas, Aspen will hand a banana to Brigham. Be like, at least eat this. Bananas are easy to eat and chew and stuff, so it should be. If you don't eat much, at least eat a banana because it'll be easy to eat.
Okay. All right. I'll eat a banana if it'll make y'all calmer.
It has good. It has potassium. There we go. That's the one. That's good for you.
Did you share your vision? Did it happen when we were around? Or
Probably have it at breakfast.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the time to eat bananas.
Yeah.
Eyes for vision. Oh, maybe there's a vision that's trying to break its way through. Do you have visions
Or-
sent to you? Is someone sending you visions?
I don't think it works like that, does it?
I don't know.
Oh man, what if there's someone in the future that's sending us visions? Wow, that'd be a neat time travel nonsense, wouldn't it? I love time travel stuff. It's really fun.
Maybe it's you. Maybe you're sending yourself visions from the future.
Oh wow. Well, then I sent myself some real nonsense. A lot of this is not helpful.
Hmm.
Am I just trolling myself from the future? Is that really my day job? That seems like a really lame job if it was one.
That carriage wasn't even going to crash.
Yes. Well, we all
Exactly.
must go and observe the game to support Brigham.
Yes. I presume if we'd known the preseason game was today, that would have been on Kel's schedule.
Yeah.
I will transfigure a small sign that says the right fin
Out of what?
out of a scarf.
All right. Give me a. Where's my difficulties? All right. Do you know? You don't know the incantation or the motion. Okay. So give me a. Brains roll difficulty 15.
8.
Right. You're so lucky you have Spellslinger. It does not. It just gets into it's just a really stiff wear scarf.
I hand Gustav a Sharpie.
Yeah.
There you go.
I try to write in my neatest handwriting, which isn't really that neat. So it's not a very legible sign, but at least I've got one.
Cool. So you guys show up to the preseason game. I assume you're taking Calder with you.
Of course.
Okay. So you guys are there. Calder's there. The preseason game is against Spideris. So I don't know if Phineas, if you're cheering for Brigham or for your team, but
He only knows Brigham.
well, you know Mateo.
Oh, yes. Well, I'll cheer for both of them.
Cool. Brigham, give me. Give me a flight. You know what? Give me a roll of each. I'm gonna do general.
In any order or just?
In any order, as long as you tell me what it is.
All right.
I'm just gonna do base difficulty.
Yeah. So my fight, I got a 1.
Okay. You
Sorry,
do
I
have boons and stuff as well. You have a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. These were not good rolls. Let's see. Brains, I got a 6.
We have so many major boons.
Yeah, we have
You have
10
10
major
major-
boons.
I don't even know which one I might need help on. Sorry, I've
Use
got a cat on
use
my
it on
desk.
all of them. We have 10.
Good point.
Because you can use a major. Well, yeah, because you can use a major boon. Especially the ones that you roll a 1 on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay, which one is D10? Grit. I got a 10. So it exploded.
Ooh.
Oh, I got another 10.
Oh.
And then a 5, so that's a 25 total for grit. Oh shit, I have a 12 exploded for flight. I got another 12. What the frick? That's a 24 and then an 11, so that's a 35
Beautiful.
for flight. The rest are not going to be near as good. Fight,
well,
I got a
keep
1
in
again.
mind, I gave you an ability called Skilled in Water where you get +3 to any stat checks in water. So you should be adding 3 to all of these.
Oh, God.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. Okay, so that was a 28, then a
30
39,
or something.
38?
Yeah.
38.
Still.
Then I got a 4 on fight. That's with the +3.
Would you like to re-roll that one, please?
Yeah, I would. Great, I got a 2. I have a D4, so it's not like I can do much better.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
But it's
that
still-
one I got a 5.
Well, that's better.
Yeah, slightly better. Charm, I got a
9.
20.
Oh,
And then brains, I got a 10. And brawn, I got a 5. And that used, I think, 3 major boons.
oh, okay.
Okay. Cool. So your lowest rolls were really fight and brawn, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which isn't surprising.
Right. Okay. So you're fast. You are super crazy fast out there, like a fish in water.
What? Go figure.
Right. Your communication's really good because when you're on the field, so is Casey, and you guys have been practicing. And especially the passing drills and stuff you were doing, it's like you're on the same wavelength. And then the biggest thing is your aggression. So you'll go up against someone, fight for the puck, and they'll typically beat you out just because they're willing to go head to head. Oh crap. Role play amongst yourselves really quick. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
He's so fast. Brigham is sure to be on the starting team next
Yes.
game.
Maybe
Swim,
not
swim,
next
swim.
game. They haven't given much time on the ice. In the water.
Do you think there are under ice games?
That'd be really cold and dangerous. You know, one of the most dangerous things is to fall into a frozen lake because if you can't find the hole again, you're going to drown.
Mm.
I guess they wouldn't drown though, so it'd probably be fine.
I wonder if you...
Go ahead.
Also, it's like really cold. Like, I mean, I know there are these people, like humans like us, who are wild and like to go skinny dipping in really cold frozen lakes, but like normal humans like us probably wouldn't be able to do that. So there are creatures that built up like a lot of fat and whatnot to be able to not freeze to death in the cold water.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
there could be a spell for that.
it could be. That reminds me. Wait. Oh, I had it. Oh, yes. Remind me when I forget things. Dr. Tetsuya says that, well, he's concerned poking and prodding around because he's worried about the potentially devastating consequences. But he did ask me to ask those around me to help me notice and remember when I forget things to see if there's a pattern to whatever triggers the curse or multiple curses that I'm almost certainly under.
Have you tried asking Rudy about curses? Because he's under one, so he'll know what happens.
Is he? I think we just assumed that because he seems to be very unlucky.
Oh.
I don't know.
Maybe...
I think
I think someone told us that Rudy was cursed.
probably so. Every time the word comes up, I get a little bit hazy. Well, but if he knew how to remove it, don't you think he would have?
I would if I were Rudy.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm concerned that bringing it up to him might be embarrassing.
Technically, most oracle powers are also considered curses.
Really?
According to my character sheet.
Really?
Yes, says cursed right at the top there. I mean, yeah, no, it is. But things that are curses aren't always negative.
Oh,
But it's like the same kind of classification. Like if magic is classified as one thing, then curses are classified as another thing, you know?
I think so.
Yeah.
And where do hexes come into play?
Hexes make curses?
I see.
So the person who is hexing your broom would know how to deal with Phidias's memory problem.
They might.
Well, I think they only know how to cause problems on purpose.
Yes. Who knows? Well, I'll see if there's a sensitive way to talk to Rudy. I just don't want to. He must feel.
Oh, look, Brigham has the puck again. Fall?
So you guys are talking about Rudy's curse?
Yeah,
What have you guys theorized it is?
it is a curse.
Oh, okay.
I think that's basically as far as we got. The discussion of what is a curse, what isn't a curse, what hexes are to curses.
Yeah.
They make them, probably.
Gustav suggested that I speak to Rudy because Rudy has significant experience with curses, and I was concerned that that might make him feel bad.
Phineas,
Yes.
do you want to use your
Yes.
intuitive? Okay. You notice 2K kind of goes to say something, but then doesn't.
No, it's all right.
When,
No,
you,
it's
guys
good.
are, when you guys are talking about Rudy's curse.
I will say, no, it's all right. No one's going to judge you. You can say whatever you want. I'm curious to hear what you have to say.
I think it's a blood curse.
My thing or his thing? Or both?
His thing.
Oh, I see.
And they won't fix it because they'd have to use blood magic.
Oh. Well, you would think there would be an excuse to, or a exception made to stop poor Rudy's suffering.
I mean, SJ, correct me if I'm wrong, but like
Yeah.
blood magic is like a crime, right?
It is like Harry Potter, the unforgivable curses. Doesn't matter if you're using it in self-defense. Like, you will go to prison if you are found tampering and getting into blood magic.
Yeah. So I'd be like, it's.
So there's a problem of, one, people don't know how to use it because it's illegal, and then two, it being illegal.
Yeah. So I'd be like, it's a crime. You go to jail if you use blood magic, Phineas.
Well then.
Even if you're trying to help somebody.
Well, what if we found someone who was already in prison for blood magic? You can't go to prison
If they're
twice.
in prison for blood magic, I don't think they'd be inclined to help anybody.
Well, it's just irksome. It's not fun to watch him suffer. Besides, what could he have done? He's just a child.
Well, it could have been his parents who did something. 2K, did you know Rudy before? Okay.
His parents were in the cult.
Oh. Well, that has nothing to do with him, does it? Yeah, you can think what you think. I think that what one's parents do is not something that you're responsible for.
I think his parents were there because of him.
Oh. Well, that's terribly sad.
Were they cursed as well? That's awful.
Well, it's not like anyone else is going to teach you blood magic.
Right. It seems most unfair. Well, thank you, Calder, for sharing with us. I know this is a sensitive subject. But you can always express the things you think and how you feel. We won't judge you. Phineas is like, should I learn blood magic or not?
I just learned what rebelling was.
Save
and
it
it's
for
going against the
sophomore year.
rules.
Well, no,
and
I
this
mean,
seems like a really big rule to go against.
it's a
doesn't
big
it?
rule, but there's a reason to like your rules suck because there's a kid who's suffering. Like it's like shouldn't you take the utilitarian perspective, which is all magic is a tool and what you use it for is what determines whether it's good or bad. And relieving a child of suffering is inherently a good act, and it doesn't matter what kind of incantation you use. Stick it to the man.
This is why Kel's mom wasn't going to have her enter the wizarding world until she was an adult.
So what I'm getting is that Professor Levi is going to die when Phineas sacrifices him to lift the blood curse on Rudy.
Maybe. Maybe.
Oh boy, our theories are getting better and better.
It's possible. All that's happening in his head. Actually, he hasn't formulated it, but it's
Right.
somewhere back here in the back. Well, I don't like that. You did well, Brigham. Or if he's still playing,
yeah.
you're doing very well, Brigham. And also you, Mateo.
He did really well. He was only in the game for a few minutes, obviously, because they want to get their starters the most reps. But overall, yeah, it was just that aggression. He's hesitant to really smash into people and get the putt
Or
get
fight for the
penalties,
fight for the ball
yeah.
at all.
right.
Like if
So-
someone's coming up to him, he's like, "Oh, after you."
Coach is like, this is
Casey.
not the time to be polite.
Casey, on the other hand, there's a point where someone else is, slams you, and Casey slams into them and gets put in the, penalty. So then he
The sin
sits the rest
bin,
of the
if
game.
you will.
Right.
Yay,
Ah.
I made a friend.
So, but you guys do pretty well, especially because you guys have been practicing, and it's also very clear you're better together because you've been practicing together.
You're going to be defensive partner. No, I'm sorry. You're
Isn't-
your fins and centers. That's fine.
And don't we think that Casey's probably a wereshock or something?
I do have that
Uh,
wereshark. That I'm sorry, not a wereshark, just a shark
Shark
fin
fin.
drawing.
A shark fin drawing in the pool.
We can add that to the. Well, it was in a body of water, but
In any body of
we
water.
were right.
All
We were right by the river when we heard the beast.
weresharks.
it was a creek. Yeah, it was.
It's a
too
body
shallow
of
for-
water.
Sure.
So Casey is now canon a wereshark. I'm not judging. It's fine.
Is that what you're telling the group? Are you theorizing that he's a wereshark to the group?
No, but I probably will bring up just like the events of the night. And wondering if there was a connection between the vision of like, because we don't know for sure it's a werewolf. It could be a were anything.
Right.
Maybe it's a were porpoise, because it doesn't have to be a shark fin.
It's a very, very good shark fin. This is some of my
She
best.
did roll very high. It is very, yeah.
Okay.
This is some of my best work yet. Look at this. It has cross hatching, shading, coloring, all the whole 9 yards.
Very
How
nice
long
job.
did this take me?
The whole ride home.
Well, no wonder I didn't remember anything.
And everybody was watching you very nervous because previously you had just drawn a carriage crashing. So
Oh, yeah. Then I
like,
spent a
oh, God,
super
is she
long
drawing
time
another
drawing,
crash?
rendering.
yeah. So whew, we'll say because you rolled so high, sure. Calatog barely wins, but they win. They get the win. But Teo was also in for a couple minutes. He did fine. We will say you were also very hesitant to hit Mateo, obviously. You guys are
Yeah. Be like, my friend.
Well done, Brigham. Why?
Why?
Yeah, why does all that happen?
You mean the game?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're trying to score points, so we get the
Why?
puck, and then that's how a game works.
Why?
It's a way to have fun with a set of rules that allows you to compete without actually hurting each other.
Why compete?
It's fun to compete.
Is it?
Casey walks up to win. Brigham, you come into the celebratory dinner tonight?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Cool. He kind of looks at Phineas. All right. Hit your dinner.
See, the entire experience seemed to make him angry.
That's what Casey finds fun.
Oh. All right.
Mateo will walk up to the group. He'll be, hey, nice game, Brigham. You're super fast out there. It's crazy.
Thanks, you did good too. I'm sorry I had to hit you that one time.
Part of the game.
Well, yeah.
Sorry I couldn't put out the win for us, Phineas.
Oh. I didn't play.
I know, but you're part of my house, so we represent the house.
Oh, are there points at stake? House points.
Well, eventually, when we get like the championship game.
Oh, I see. So it's a competition for house points.
Right.
Oh, all right. Oh, no, I don't hold it against you. I thought you did quite well. Not that I would be able to tell the difference. It's frankly just
Fair
a lot
enough.
of splashing. It is shocking to me how much appears to be happening and yet the score is so low. But other people seem to be very excited. They probably understood what was going on.
Well, I mean, underwater hockey is one of the few sports where you actually the action keeps going the whole time. They don't have to wait for players to change out or anything. You know, so that really keeps it moving the whole time.
Mm.
Yeah,
And that's a good thing.
yeah, it is.
I see.
That's why there's a lot of action.
I see. Well, I'm sure it was a wonderful game.
Also, why are they allowed to like body check each other, but I can't hit somebody?
Well, you should have tried out for underwater hockey.
Yes. Because when you hit someone, it wasn't for fun.
They have rules for when they're supposed to hit people, I think, right?
Yeah,
Brigham?
Casey got put in the penalty box
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, like, I'll point that out. Like, he was put... He got a penalty because he hit someone when he wasn't supposed to, and you're not supposed to use excessive force or anything.
So, Aspen, if you want to hit people, it has to be in the context of fun, and there have to be rules.
Yeah, that's known as boxing.
Ooh, Fight Club.
Yep.
There's a
That's
dueling
so
club.
weird.
But that's with magic.
We're not
Aspen
supposed
doesn't
to
want
talk
to hit
about
people with
Fight Club.
magic. Aspen wants to punch people in the face. I wonder if there are other people who also enjoy punching people in the face.
Casey.
Yes, we should invite Casey to Fight Club. You can punch each other in the face for fun.
Is the professor going to even allow us to make... We can't just make a fight club, right? Like,
I don't
I
know.
mean, I'd obviously win, so
Maybe.
Casey and Aspen are going to make their own fight club immediately.
we're both competitive. It's great.
You see another first year come up tap Mateo on the shoulder, and he's, "Oh, hey, Dre. Guys, this is Dre. He's also a first year on the team. Brigham, well, probably not. But he's part Atlantean. I don't know if that's anything in common, but you know."
Well, it's nice to meet somebody who knows what it's like to live underwater.
I was like, more or less.
Well,
mean-
good game.
City's underwater, at least.
Yeah. But good game. It was fun playing against you.
You too. You're quite speedy.
Thanks. I am also starving.
Yeah. And Mateo will probably say, "I'll catch you later, guys," and walk off with Dre.
Can we get some food? Preferably some fish.
Yes, we should.
Sweet.
So,
So you guys can head out.
Kels, are you going to try banana again, or are you going to try one of everything?
Let's try the banana again. And if that doesn't work, I'll see what was slightly before it on the list.
I mean, it's not going to be a vision machine, just not to break the game, obviously.
Oh, yeah, no. Or it is, but it's like, this is useless information.
It's a vision of you eating a banana.
Yeah, each time, actually.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
That is, yeah.
The bananas work. Downside, they only get banana-related visions.
I assume you guys are just going to the mess hall or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So you guys just grabbing food, doing anything in particular?
Can I go see my sister?
You certainly can.
Quick question. Is it like dinner times for the celebratory dinner, or is this kind of lunchtime?
Your game would have been in the morning.
Okay,
So it'd be
this is lunch
lunchtime.
and celebratory stuff later. Okay, cool. Then yes, I'm eating in the mess hall.
I'm glad you and Casey managed to make up, Brigham.
Me too. I think we worked really well together. More practice like that, and we'll definitely make starters.
So Aspen goes over to her sister and is just like, hey, I saw the underwater hockey game and I wanted to say congratulations on your house winning.
Oh yeah, and she would have been there too because she's the prefect. So, oh, thanks. Yeah, you guys are gonna be tough to beat, but Drake Nor always is.
Yeah. Yep. I wish you luck. You got this. And then she'll walk away.
So weird.
And Harvey probably because he's sitting with her as well. It's like, get those house points up.
I'll do my best.
So, Izzy is sitting with Tobias and them again.
I would look for a time when no one's looking and kind of catch her eye and wave and smile.
She'll probably give you the head nod. Like, Mateo actually probably sits with you guys, so he probably brings Stray too. and probably sits nearby, talk underwater hockey kind of things about the game and everything.
Oh heck yeah, we're going over the full game blow by blow.
Yeah. There's probably some moments where he got nervous because Casey was coming at him, so he like seized up and stopped and kind of just let Casey have it. Yeah, the guy's intense.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Try practicing with him.
Yeah, we have a lot in common, Brigham. I mean, both underwater hockey. We both have cousins that are third years on the Drakenor team. I guess
Funny
that's
world.
it. Both first years.
There's still three things.
Yeah.
Wait, you have a cousin in Drakenor?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Matthias? Or Matt?
Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. I've seen him at Dueling Club.
Yeah, he's a pretty good dueler. But his family owns a farm which supplies my family's potion shop.
That's convenient. Good business.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a whole family big business thing.
Are you in any clubs?
Potions club, cooking club, underwater hockey. Pretty much it.
How about you, Jay?
Underwater hockey, and that's really all I focus on for now.
Oh, fair. Good to focus on things sometimes. It gives you plenty of time to focus on school, too.
What is your favorite music, Dre?
It's hard to explain to surface worlders. It's more, Brigham probably knows that music travels differently through water than it does through the air. So it's definitely just a completely different sound. It's not as common up here.
No, that
really
does, it does make sense.
Yeah, I haven't heard any good music since I've been up here.
Hmm.
Well, that's not true. I've heard good music. It's just very different.
It takes some getting used to.
I don't spend much time underwater. I sink like a rock.
Surprised you don't float like a duck.
No,
I'm just kidding.
it's actually quite abnormal.
Did they make brooms that can fly underwater?
Yes,
Because-
I actually have one.
Mm.
It works in air and underwater. I've used it underwater. It's nice there, but much prefer not doing it in the air.
Like, did you use it much at home? Or is it just more convenient to, like, swim around and stuff?
The broom gets you places faster. The less
Swimming
energy
can be
usage.
tiring.
Yeah. So I'd use it to get places, like school, before this school.
This is Kel's weighing whether it's impolite to ask what Atlantis is like or not.
What's Atlantis like?
Almost a utopia, really. It's well, it's underwater, obviously, but we have places where you can just simply walk. It's why I'm more human presenting than, say, Brigham.
Mm.
Yeah, some of us can't even breathe underwater, just because we've let evolution get away from us. But
So by utopia, I'm just having a hard time picturing it.
we don't experience a lot of the problems you do up here, I suppose. There's a much more inequality up here.
Yes.
I will say part of that is we just simply don't let in outsiders.
Hmm.
Do you
So-
have
Go ahead.
do you have the same rules as the rest of us, like laws and stuff?
Some of them. I mean, obviously, you can't just go around killing people or anything of the sort, but
Is blood magic legal down there?
it has to be illegal due to, even though we're not on the console, we still have to abide by their rules, just because what we do down there can affect the surface world and vice versa.
Mm.
So no like vacation visits to Atlantis.
No.
Okay. Do you have any pictures?
No.
Aw.
We keep it pretty close to the chest. I mean, I wouldn't say nobody knows where it is, but try to also keep that. Or we're not allowed to speak it. Obviously, sometimes it gets out.
Well, it sounds
Actually,
lovely.
a bit of a fight with the with Magman at the moment about them having an embassy there and everything. It's been a whole thing.
I'm sorry, if I with who?
Magman, the magic ministry.
Oh.
Oh, they want to have one and you don't want them to have one because they're outsiders. And it might ruin your utopia.
It's a little bit of a divisive topic because it would give us more say appeasing them, but it would also be going against very long-standing rule of not allowing outsiders in. So
Yes. I'm familiar with the concept, although in my case it's more like not allowing outsiders out.
well, we definitely let outsiders out, otherwise I wouldn't be here
Yes.
or have been born.
So what's your favourite bit about the surface world? Have you tried all our foods up here?
Definitely more variety, I would say.
Do you like chocolate cake?
I'm still not sold on the sugar thing. It's a little too sweet for me.
What about banana bread? Gustav spent some time as banana bread.
I don't think I've had banana bread yet.
Oh, he wasn't exactly bread.
Well, he was halfway to it.
At least to banana.
You know that texture when you walk along a mud flat and it squishes between your toes? That's a bit what bananas feel a bit like that.
I know what a banana is. I
Oh.
just haven't tasted banana bread yet.
Well, Phineas is a really good cook. He makes gingerbread all the time. If you like, we could try and make some banana bread for you.
That's fine.
All right. I'll add it to the list of things.
You don't have to. I'm just if you're
Oh, it's
you
fine.
make it, I'll try it.
Sure. Sure. Um, moving or non?
Don't make it move,
What?
please.
Okay.
It moved?
It shouldn't.
It could.
That's just the Phineas special.
Is it like the
Gingerbread children, yes. It could be.
no, I was thinking and he talks to Mateo, he's like, what the thing we had? He's like, oh, Jello. Yeah, Jello.
Jello.
Because it kind of moves. Oh, okay.
No, I
I
meant
like
move
that.
on its own. I was thinking, what can I make out of banana bread? Banana bread cat?
Like it's alive?
Well, not technically.
You've seen his gingerbread children, right?
No.
Mm.
Well, that's what
his
you should try
specialty.
first. They're my specialty.
Hmm.
But you have
A
to
lot
be
of
quick on your
breads,
toes
I
to catch
think I
them.
need to try a lot of breads, it seems.
Well,
Both of
baking
these
is
things-
my forte.
Yeah, both of these things barely count as bread, really. It's just what you call them.
Yes. But both are somewhat sweet. Gingerbread is sweet and a bit spicy. And banana bread is sweet and bready, but not as sweet as cake.
Okay, well, I look forward to trying them.
All right.
Usually it's Mateo having me try whatever he makes.
Oh, do you like movies?
Yes, I haven't seen too many. I've seen a few now.
Neither have I, and most of the ones I've seen have been terrible. Except for
We
that
don't
one,
have them.
Carrie. I love that movie. But, Mateo, you should bring him to movie club sometime.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Could do that.
It's just a night we all get together and watch terrible movies. I mean, I'm sorry, wonderful movies that everyone enjoys.
Yeah,
We
I
watched-
enjoy the company.
We watched Spell Wars episode 4 last night, and we're going to watch episode 5, but we're skipping 1, 2, and 3 because Brigham doesn't like them.
We used to theater.
Like live theater?
Yes.
Musicals?
Sometimes. Cool.
Oh, you don't have to be awkward. We're just very strange.
It's a lot of awkward silences that I'm not sure how to fill.
You don't have to fill them. Just let them be awkward.
Is Emmy in the cafeteria mess hall area?
Yeah, she is sitting with Ophelia.
Can Aspen walk over to
Oh, geez.
them?
Sure.
Hey, Ophelia and Emmy, how you doing?
Hey, Aspen. Emmy just kind of set up.
So Emmy, do you like to dance?
Kind of. Depends on the dance, I guess.
Cool.
I mean, not like ballroom dancing or like anything like that. More like just, in the gym on your own, just kind of.
Yeah,
Rocking
me
out.
too. Yeah, I can't do ballroom dance to save my life. I wanted to ask you what
Aspen,
kind.
in this moment, we will. Yeah. Cool.
Oh, how dare
Uh-oh.
you? How very
it's too
dare
soon
you.
anyway. This is probably for the best.
In that moment, you get a bunch of just mashed potatoes to the face. You don't know where it came from. They kind of jump in. Ophelia's like, "Oh my gosh, Aspen, are you okay?" And Emmy's looking around trying to see what direction it came from. Ophelia kind of hands you a napkin to help.
Aspen will wipe it off. Like a bit of it is like salty. Meh. So what kind of music do you like?
Aspen,
Like a boss.
uh, like, kind of poppy punk, I guess. Are you okay?
Yeah. Yep. I'm okay. I mean, like,
Do you
if
want to like wash off, or you still got some?
yeah, I should probably do that at some point in time.
At some point?
Yeah. Like probably now is probably fine. It's probably a good time to do that. Yeah, I'll catch you later. And
Yeah.
she'll boy.
Well, you go to the bathroom, the girls' bathroom, right?
Yeah.
You got a
The
little
boys'
bit that kind of
bathroom.
went down your shirt, and there was gravy, so it's gotten kind of stained your shirt. Listen, what are you guys wearing, by the way? What do you guys typically wear on a weekend? Because you don't have to wear your school uniforms on the weekend. And obviously, Brigham was probably wearing his jersey and stuff on game day, but
Probably jeans and a t-shirt. It's probably what Kel's usually in.
I'm wearing an NP clothes as well. Probably a graphic T-shirt with Lara Croft on it, perhaps.
I wear the same thing every day. It counts as a school uniform, but like from 40 years ago. Granny conjured up a wardrobe full from whatever time period she was here.
it reminds me of Wednesday, where because she has the whole muted color because she's allergic to color. It's
It's
slightly
probably
altered uniform.
similar, although Phineas came before Wednesday.
Aspen would wear that dress that she wore before I made this outfit. That's like kind of an old style dress, but like still has the house colors with the little neck piece. But it's like a beige brownish color.
Yeah, okay.
Good length dress.
Just
But
curious
still-
what your guys' style is. Outside.
Aspen's in a frilly pink, pretty princess gown,
No.
of course.
Yeah. So anyway, it's ruined.
Did we see Aspen get hit by the mashed potatoes?
You guys were probably still talking to Dre at the time.
Yeah.
And I think most of your guys' back was to
Yeah. We probably are aware now because of the people that attracted attention, but
people would have been
Yeah.
honed in on it.
But we didn't see anything, so we have no idea where it came from either.
Kels, should you check to see if Aspen's all right?
Yeah, I probably should. And I will get up and follow Aspen to the bathroom. The girls' bathroom.
You check the boys first just to make sure.
And be like, yo, are you okay?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be okay? It's not like some coward tried to attack me without doing it to my face.
I mean, technically, Aspen, they definitely got you in the face. But I get what you're saying. You're probably gonna need to change out of this and get some soap on it or something. I don't think we've learned any spells to remove stains from clothing, but that's gonna be higher on my list.
Man, I really like this one too.
I mean, it probably won't set in if you get the soap on it now.
Okay.
Aspen's like, soap?
Soap? Kels, what do you mean soap? The soap that you use when you go to the bathroom?
There's soap in the bathroom?
Oh my gosh. Oh no. Here, it's from the dispensers, probably.
Thought that was just like a free mouthwash or whatever.
You knew it was soap. Come on. What have you been washing your hands with this whole time? I'm gonna start applying soap to the dress on the stained areas. You're gonna have to rinse it off. You probably want to go back to your room and change and then actually scrub this. Cold water, otherwise the stain will set.
Okay.
And I don't know. Make sure it goes into the special cycle for our laundry. How do we get our laundry done? Who does our laundry?
It probably comes by once a week for you guys to
Yeah.
set it out.
Yeah. Maybe you do a note or something to make sure it doesn't set. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
I say probably soaking Aspen too much with the water. It's half helping.
Thank you. I really want to punch something right now.
Well,
Takes a step back.
All right, take 2 steps back. Too bad you can't.
Well, listen, if there's nothing to direct your anger at, it's really not going to be too productive. So first you got to figure out where it came from. I guess if no one saw it, it didn't look like Emmy or them knew what was going on either, right?
No, I think it was just directly at me.
Weird. Well, there's probably a few likely suspects.
Yeah.
Here, we'll either go directly to your room and get changed, or I can walk with you to your common area if you'd like.
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
Cool. I'll wait for you to get changed then. So we'll go to the Drakenor common room area, and I'll wait outside. Towing behind a angry, soapy, and mashed potatoed Aspen.
Cool. Assume everybody else is just kind of like, well, that happened, and eating their lunch. Cool. So you
I'd
guys
like
finished
to-
lunch?
Well,
Yep.
unless
I'd
there's.
like
Go ahead.
to. I was going to say I'd like to look around and see if there's anybody snickering.
Oh, plenty of people.
Oh, well, that's not helpful. Okay, that's all I had.
Are there any Pegasus in the room?
Right. Is there
Fair
a
enough.
Pegasus looking through the window with mashed potatoes on its hoof?
Not that you can see.
Mm. Hmm. I think Phineas doesn't like that people are taking pleasure in Aspen's embarrassment. So I think Phineas will stand up and not loud, not make a scene. We'll just stand up and say, I'm sure no one else has ever had an experience where they've been embarrassed. I'm sure we all wouldn't mind if people laughed when we were made to look foolish. I'm sure it's great fun. I wonder what I'm missing out on, and I'll smash mashed potatoes into my face and then walk out. Oh, you're right. It's so much pleasure to be laughed at. Haha.
Yeah, the lunchroom is like very awkwardly
Yes,
quiet.
that's the intent. But I'm not
Sure.
screaming.
And then everyone just kind of starts whispering, gossiping amongst themselves.
The intent was to suck the fun out of it for them by
Right.
making them feel weird.
Success.
All right.
Won't even make you do charm.
So, Brigham. Nice day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a weird one, but that seems par for the course for this school.
I wanted to go to the library. I want to look up why blood magic is illegal. Not a justification, right? Nobody's going to write a book about that. But like the first case, the case law. There's always a book about that sort of thing, isn't there?
Right. There's stuff on blood magic and why it's illegal. Essentially, it's magic that requires sacrifice. And typically what you see is people get more and more comfortable with making sacrifices, especially ones that don't affect themselves. So, killing other people for more power, or, starts with animals, then humans, and gets progressively worse. It's magic that requires you to hurt someone else or yourself. It's also incredibly powerful, and the logic is nobody should need it because there's other forms of magic that are easier. It's kind of akin to gun control laws, almost, of like, hey, nobody needs an RPG.
Apparently, unless you want to break a blood curse, then you do need blood magic.
But there's been a lot of history of blood magic where things get out of control. People that practice blood magic do and create some pretty awful things. So they've just completely don't even mess with it. Cool. Anybody else want to do something? Gustav. You're in the library by yourself.
Yes. Is Tim upstairs playing piano?
Sure. So you're up there. You're doing, or not up there, but you're in the library, reading your book, going through blood magic. And then the book suddenly hits you and comes up and closes on your nose.
Ow. Sorry, is this the book is enchanted to do that by itself, or is somebody holding it?
It's clearly somebody's, because somebody walks up too and is chuckling, and it's Mac and a couple other of his friends.
Oh, why did you do that?
Oh, what's wrong? You don't have your big fancy doorman to stand behind?
No, I don't. He's by my door. He's a doorman.
Right, right. So what you reading there? Blood magic, huh? Oh, you into blood magic? I mean, it makes sense when you're with that cult kid, huh?
Mac, do you often walk up to people and say, "What are you reading there?" Has anybody ever liked that?
What do you mean you're reading a book, man?
Oh, come on. I bet you bother people on the train, don't you?
It's the book and it slams you in the face again as he takes his wand and...
I'm going to punch him back.
Okay, so you try to punch him. All right,
You started it? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Give me a fight roll difficulty. Let's look at my difficulties. 10. Well, actually, I'll contest it. Just kidding. You find his thing.
I exploded my first 4 and got a 2 for a total of 6.
Lovely.
That's probably not going to bode well for you. No, it's not. Okay. So you go to punch him, and he, of course, as you go to punch, he kind of dodges and just takes your momentum and throws you into a bookcase. And so then you have a bunch of books fall on you.
Well, that's not good.
Making a mess there, Gussie. His friends snicker next to him.
You're the person making a mess. And the reason you're doing it is because you're feeling insecure. I know all about bullies.
What do I have to feel insecure about? You're the tiny twerp covered in books right now.
You're insecure because nobody likes you.
I'm surrounded by friends right now. Where's your friends? That little freak show you walk around with. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, go away, Mac.
It's a free country. I'm public area. I can stay in the library if I want to.
When I get out of here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to find my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to find you, Mac.
Oh,
And we'll see.
That sounded like a threat, boy, didn't it? That sound like a threat? Oh, that did sounded like a threat. Interesting. Okay, actually, while we're in the library, I think there's some studying you need to do, actually. And the other 2 boys will grab both of your arms and start dragging you to the back of the library.
Get off me!
I'll let you try to roll for it. Let's say difficulty 19, flight. 'Cause you have high flight, right? So maybe you can make it.
$11.
Okay. So you're trying to squirm and get out, but they got a tight hold on you. They both got your arms. They drag you to a back corner of the library, and they move some books aside, and then push you into the shelf.
That hurts.
Yeah. All right. So they kind of like put you into the shelf, kind of like in an uncomfortable position, and then start to put books in front.
I'm being bricked in.
With books, yeah. Cool. So they break you in with books. There seems to be a charm they put in place to also hold them in place. And they're like, all right, happy studying.
I guess I'll try and use magic to get out of it somehow.
How? How can you get your wand?
I mean, it's in my book bag, isn't it? Presumably I've got it on me.
Right, but how are you going to get to your book bag? You don't have a whole lot of room to maneuver is the problem. You are like scrunched up in an awkward position.
I am quite small.
Yeah.
Can I try and contort myself physically to reach?
Give me a flight roll difficulty. Hold on. Give me a difficult. What? Talking to them.
What? You talking to me?
Oh my god. Okay.
Are you talking to me?
It's my dad, everybody. Okay. So, give me a flight roll difficulty 11.
I fail,
Okay.
and I shall remain entombed for the rest of my days.
You are trying to get out, trying to like contort yourself, but you can't. You just can't reach into your backpack and get your backpack off. There's not enough room. We'll say you hear some footsteps come back there. You don't know whose they are, but you hear someone walking back there.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hello?
Can you help me, please?
Who's talking?
It's me, Gustav.
Oh. Where are you exactly?
I'm right here.
That's not helpful.
Just come to sound my voice. I'm right here.
This isn't some trick, is it?
No.
What's your charm? Okay. Give me a charm roll difficulty 5.
Success.
Okay. He walks towards the voice, and you recognize it's Tim's.
Tim, please. I'm here. Can you just pull down some books?
How did you get back there? And he tries to pull the book, but it's kind of resisting. And he's like, they're like stuck in place.
Can you get the librarian? They know how to do books.
I guess. And he will leave and go get the librarian. The librarian comes back. Hello?
Hello? Can you help me? I'm stuck.
What are you doing back there?
I was shoved in. Please.
She kind of feels the books. Are you the one that made mess in the one of the bookshelves towards the front?
No, I was shoved in here.
She has Tim help her carefully take the books down. Then she gets you out.
Oh, thank you. I was worried that I was going to be in there forever. I've heard of monks who deliberately prick themselves up as part of a religious thing, and they're like that forever. They just sort of slowly go dry.
Right. Well, don't do that. How did you end up back there? Who shoved you in?
I was pushed in by, it was Mac.
Mac.
I don't know his last name.
Okay. Well, I guess report it up to your head of house or whoever. I don't really deal with student punishments unless they're. I guess I physically see it in the library, but help me put these books back while you're here. She'll start putting them back on the shelf where they go.
I shall help. My small aching body full of bruises, perhaps dripping a little blood where my nose was broken by a savage book.
Oh, you got blood on the shelves? Okay. He's like, just go to the nurse or the hospital wing. You're messing up the books.
Okay. Thank you for helping me.
Of course. Again, please report this up. I don't need people messing up my library. Cool. And Tim helped her put up some of the books and then goes to leave.
Tim?
What?
I wanted to say thank you. You helped me. I know that Phineas has been annoying you because, well, he wants to be your friend, and I'm not sure he's very good at people.
Right, look, don't think this is going to be a thing. And don't mention I helped you. Just pretend it never happened. He
Okay.
goes to walk off.
If there's anything I could ever do for you,
Nope.
in that case, I'm going to go and see Professor Ames instead of the nurse because he probably knows some healing magic, small scale stuff.
Yeah. Cool. So you find Professor Ames. He sees the bloody nose. Even if it stopped bleeding, it's clearly there was blood on your face. Gustav, what happened?
Professor Ames?
He gets you to come into his classroom.
I was bullied again. And this happens a lot. Is there any way I can stop it?
I mean, did you have a chance to use the spell at all, or?
No, they got the drop on me.
Okay. Well, it's a difficult situation. Unfortunately, as I said, teachers' hands are often tied if they can't prove something's happened. Who's bullying you?
I'm not sure I should say. The last time I tried to report bullying, it didn't go so well.
I understand, but I'm not planning on
Oh, if in that
telling
case,
anyone.
it was Mac. He's a third year, and I'm just a first year. So,
I'm aware of Mac. Okay.
is that something he does a lot to other kids?
He's the bullying type, I would say. You can see it. You get a sense for these things after teaching for a while. I think the best thing to do is teach you how to defend yourself. defensive magic is not going to get you punished compared to offensive magic. Walk me through what happened.
And I'll explain it blow by blow.
Okay. Okay. I think trying to punch him might have been your mistake. How good are you at fighting? Are you do you have experience with fist fighting or
Not really, no.
okay. So like I said, maybe defensive spells are the way to go. You've learned a few in class. Disarming spells, your typical. I mean, you were outnumbered, so I can understand your hesitance to get into a full-on duel, but maybe something to just buy you some time to get away, or at least to where you have greater numbers on your side to your own friends. Would not suggest trying to punch someone who is physically bigger and stronger than you when they also have friends as well. Probably not the play.
Thank you, Professor. Your advice, it means a lot to me. I was a bit hesitant to ask you to be my mentor at first, but I really appreciate what you've done for me.
Not a problem. Is your nose broken?
It was just a bit bloody. I think it's fine.
Okay, well, let's just... And he'll just cast a minor healing spell just to, give it a nudge in the right direction. And that way it's not so sore. And then he'll probably hand you a handkerchief, too, just to help wipe your face. Okay, well, if you want, we can do some lessons today. If you have time and want to practice. I understand if you don't, but...
I would love that. Thank you.
So you guys will practice some dark magic defense stuff, and he'll help you out with some things. What's everybody else doing?
Waiting for Aspen to get changed.
Right.
I've been waiting a while.
Yeah, Aspen's in her room. The moment she gets into her room, she'll lock the door so nobody can come in and disturb her. And as she's changing, she'd low-key start to cry because she's alone and nobody can see her crying. She'll change into a t-shirt and like comfortable pants that aren't necessarily jeans, but they're not sweatpants, but they're still nice and comfortable type deal. And the t-shirt is like a t-shirt from the gift shop of the sanctuary, so it has the logo of the sanctuary on it, and the catchphrase that I don't know off by hand, but it's like we something. And then when she's done, she'll wipe her tears away, make sure that it looks like she wasn't crying. Take a deep breath, and then walk out and make sure to unlock the door and then lock it again when she leaves.
Oh, well, there you are, Aspen. Took a while. You good?
Yeah. I just I had a hard time finding this shirt. I just really wanted to wear this shirt, so I just had to. It was like in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I hadn't worn it in a while, so it was like shoved in the back, and I had to like search through all the t-shirts that I packed and put in the drawer. So yeah, I just. Of course, it's the last one you check, right?
Yeah, I get it. I usually just grab whatever one's on top.
Yeah. So how's studying stuff?
It's going good. Speaking of, we probably should finish our homework, Aspen. It's been a lot of stuff this weekend, and it'd probably be good to get that done.
Potions homework.
Yeah, there's a
Yes.
lot of potions homework.
Yeah, specifically potions and the magic one.
The overview of magic.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, he asked you a lot of questions this week, didn't he?
yeah,
Like, almost all of them.
yeah. I mean, surprisingly, none of them were revolving around the bathroom, but like,
I don't think a
mean,
professor would bring that up, probably,
In class, yeah.
in class.
he didn't seem
Probably.
too interested in it when I told him about it that one day.
Wait, you told him when exactly? Why were you telling the professor you were in the bathroom?
It just kind of came out. I got nervous and just started talking, and yeah, and then he gave me negative 25 house points
For just telling him about the bathroom?
about being in the boys' bathroom.
About being in the boys' bathroom got you negative 25 house points.
Alongside being out past curfew.
Oh, you were. When were you out past curfew?
It was when Casey was missing.
Oh, well, didn't Professor Levi tell us to just go back to our rooms? That's what Brigham and I did. I kind of assumed you guys did too.
So Gustav, me, and Phineas stayed in his office.
Okay.
And then there were books on the table.
Okay. I like that. That's
And
good.
yeah, I was looking through one of them, and I guess Phineas was behind me. He suddenly like passed out, fell unconscious.
Is that what he's been talking about?
I
Because we're
think
looking at
so.
books on the desk.
Yeah. And then so Gustav wanted me to try to wake him up as he went to go put the books away, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I used that ancient technique of like smelling salts, but I don't have smelling salts, so I just used my shoe.
Gross.
So that woke him up, and then we told him to stay there for Professor Levi, and then Gustav was like, "Let's go check out other rooms just in case like he didn't wander off or whatnot." And so,
All right. Wait. You just left Phineas there after he passed out?
yeah,
He was fine, right? Like he just told us to listen for memory problems and stuff like that. He was good, right? When you woke up?
yeah, he seemed okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Hold on. Let me get me a sense motive on this. Aspen's not very reliable. What is this? Brains roll to figure something out? What am I doing here?
Charm.
Charm? Yeah, I'm not going to figure anything out. I got a 4.
I
Out
mean,
of
you can
whatever.
tell she's. It's like she's not making much sense, but you can't really make sense of what she's talking about.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a high roll. What?
What? He did what? Okay, wait. So there were Professor Levi left you in the room. There were books on his desk. And when
Yep.
you looked at them, they made Phineas pass out, and then you woke him up, and then you left
Yep.
him in there.
Yeah, because I mean, if there was something wrong with Phineas, then like Professor Levi was probably going to come back, and then he's an adult and can deal with it, type deal.
But you didn't go back to your room. Even though
And
Levi said he was, well, actually, did he say he was? I think, no, we went to.
You guys went to Miss Andromeda.
Yeah. Yeah, we went up to the tower. She said she'd take care of it and told us to go back to our rooms. Did Professor Levi tell you to go to your rooms? Or to stay in the office? He wouldn't tell you to wander around after hours, right?
No, he
Obviously.
said, I think he told us to stay there, but after Phineas blacked out, Gustav wanted us to like go back to the rooms type deal. So we, like on our way back to the rooms, we were checking classrooms that were close by just in case like Casey was there because the house was on the way back. So just in case he went back to the rooms.
I guess. Well, this is definitely a memory problem. And I open a little notebook to a page labeled Phineas Memory Problems. I'll write down a little entry here. And then say, well, let's go talk with him then, because I guess he should know about it. What happened? Because he's just said that he fell unconscious and he doesn't remember anything. I think you've said this in my presence probably at some point.
Yep.
So it'd probably be good if he knew. So we'll go back to wherever I think Phineas and maybe Brigham are, which might still be the cafeteria. I don't know. It's probably been a bit. No, you left because you put mashed potato on your face. Not that I saw that.
Yeah, you didn't see that part.
Yeah, I think it's just Brigham left.
And he might have gone somewhere else himself.
Yeah, he probably left by now.
Aspen was in there for a while.
Right.
Well,
Had a
I
good
guess
cry.
we'll look around for the usual haunts for
That's
these
my
guys.
dice.
Yes, okay. Yeah, at some point you'll see me walking across the quad,
Yeah.
having
Hey,
gone to my room to wash the mashed potatoes mostly out of my face. Although there's still some in the hair.
be like, hey, Phineas,
Yes.
memory problems. So apparently Aspen's been telling me that night in Professor Levi's office.
Oh, my memory problems. Yes, okay.
Yes,
Wasn't sure
your
what you were talking
memory
about.
problems. I'm
Yes.
keeping track of some of them if
Oh,
you
thank
mention
you.
it. Not that I lose anything that gets written down, but at any rate, Aspen mentioned that apparently you had looked at some books and passed out that were on his desk. So, book allergy, not great. Very bad, actually, if you ask me.
I look at books all the time.
Okay, but I guess he had special books?
Yeah, they
Do you know
were
what the
on.
books were about?
Yeah, they were like on like magical creatures and stuff like that. Like super cool. Like some of them were like super rare where you can't like find them anywhere. So like I was trying to observe as much as I could and absorb the knowledge of the animal stuff because animals.
Supernatural creatures.
Yeah, the supernatural creatures.
Yeah, they were super and natural.
But they're fluffy.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
well-
Most of them are bitey.
Yeah. Well,
I
no,
wanted
it's
to
just
come
weird that
out.
he'd have a book that would like, I don't know if it had like a defense mechanism on it that would make you fall asleep, but it's weird that it didn't hit Gustav and Aspen if it was a defense mechanism, and he wouldn't leave that on his desk if it was like dangerous to students who just wandered in.
Well, I
What
know
if
how I don't remember
wasn't?
it.
Yeah.
But I'm not
that's
allergic to
probably
books because I have looked at many, many books.
You have looked at many books. Maybe we can find some supernatural books in the library.
Ooh,
And then see if you're just allergic to those. I don't think that's how that works, actually.
I don't
But
know.
where was I going with that?
What
Oh yes,
if
the memory
they weren't
problem.
just on the desk?
What?
What if they were in a cupboard that was locked and then unlocked and taken out of?
That's a really specific hypothetical question, Aspen.
Aspen,
Aspen.
Yes.
did you break into Professor Levi's drawer?
I did not break into Professor Levi's drawer. No.
Did I break into Professor Levi's drawer? I don't think I would have.
I don't think you did.
You don't think he did? Weren't you in the room?
Did Gustav break into
Well,
Professor
Gustav
Levi's
wouldn't
drawer?
break into anything.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
I mean,
I think Gustav tried it and then it turned a color or something, and then we just kind of busted it open or something. I don't really remember.
oh, now it's we.
Yeah.
Once it comes to busting it open, it's a we.
Yeah.
I think one of the books was a journal, or at least had notes.
Did you break into Professor Levi's desk? What were you thinking? You can't just break into professors' desks.
I mean, clearly you can.
Okay,
Apparently
but
it was quite easy.
wait, so you only lost house points because you stayed out late?
Yeah.
Because you left Phineas in Professor Levi's office?
Yeah.
Wow.
With a busted drawer.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it was good that Phineas didn't remember, because he probably didn't get in trouble, right?
I didn't.
Well,
Although Professor
leave it at
Levi
that.
wasn't very happy about
Okay.
the
Well, don't tell him who did it. Just leave it a mystery.
Well, how can we tell him what we've learned about the incident if we don't tell him how it happened?
You have to?
Well, I think if I want his help to figure out why.
We could probably figure out why.
It might be best to have more proof before talking to. I think at some point, if we find out what's happening, we need to tell Professor Levi. We don't really
Right.
know now. It could be a coincidence.
Any other signs of memory loss? See if we find any other books that are doing weird things.
Maybe.
Well, it's about time to do homework anyway, so we can look around for books after we're done with that.
Yes.
Specifically supernatural creature books.
There's probably some of those in the library.
I can't imagine why a supernatural creature would. I've known many of them. I mean, there are supernatural creatures that make you go to sleep and then wake up 100 years later. Maybe that's what it was. But it was just a book, not the actual creature.
I don't think books just make you, like, you have been asleep a very long time.
Maybe it was just deadly dull.
There is no book that dull.
Who knows? All right, well, if you think it's best, Kels.
It might not be best, but it will probably would stop people from losing house points.
Yes. I don't want anyone to lose house points.
Or if he wants me to gain house points.
Well, I have an idea on that front. I was thinking about it as I was scrubbing potatoes out of my hair.
You got hit too?
No. Several of the children were having a bit more fun than I liked. At your expense, Aspen. So I decided to make it very awkward for them. It worked. And all it cost me was a little soap and water. So I think I have an idea. I don't think you're going to like it. We need to make nice with the potion teacher.
Oh no, he hates us.
Well, unless we change that, that will remain the case.
How would we change that? I haven't even gone to Potions Club. I've been too nervous about that.
Well, I'm willing to take point. But I think the only mature thing to do is to empathize and to say, we are sorry for judging you. We understand that as a new teacher in an environment like this, that there must be a lot of pressure, and we didn't make your life any easier. And we would like to make it up to you by cleaning cauldrons and retorts and helping to ensure that your class is successful.
Yeah, I guess.
And he may, who knows, he may be a terrible person and may not respond well to that. But he may also simply be someone who's a bit out of their depth. He might step up to the opportunity to set things on a more even keel.
And what do we get by befriending him? I mean, maybe he'd stop being so harsh in class to everybody.
Yes.
That would probably be good.
Yes.
Worth a shot.
Okay.
And we might
That's
even
fine.
get we might even get house points out of it, or at least
I don't think
at least
that
reduce
will happen.
reduce the risk of losing them.
True.
Because apparently people care very, very deeply about them.
Yeah,
It's a thing.
like my prefect.
Yes, it's very confusing to me. But I've learned that if you are helpful, you gain points. So I suggest be helpful, but helpful in a way that people anticipate. Because I think sometimes when you're helpful in a way that people don't anticipate, it disturbs them.
You do get -3 to any charm rolls to people in your house if you have negative house points.
Really?
You got to get positive points, Aspa, before you ask her out.
All right.
Quickly
Motivation.
then.
So I will speak to him after our next class. If I have your permission to speak on behalf of all of us.
Yeah, I can go with you.
Okay.
I can also exist there.
Just don't punch him or tell him about your time in the boys' bathroom.
I will keep quiet.
All right. Well, so study. See if there are books that make me sleepy. I don't know. And then make nice with the potion teacher. That sounds like a plan.
We do
Yes.
like plans.
You do. Unfortunately, it's Sunday and the potions teacher's not going to be here.
Right.
But
Yeah, especially since he lives off campus.
real quick, Brigham, did you go back to your common room at all?
Probably not. I figure even after my friends left that I'd be still talking with oh shoot, I forgot his name. Mateo and Dre.
No, they probably, because they were gone for a while.
Oh, okay.
So
Then yeah, I probably headed back to my room. Probably gave a play-by-play to Delphinius as he looked at me with zero interest. And then was probably gonna grab homework and try to find the group again.
okay. You do get stopped by Iuna. So if you don't remember, she's the one with the kind of reddish eye upperclassman.
Yeah, that's the one who gave me the balance
Yeah, the like
thing.
balance Ricky energy
Yeah.
session. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sus.
Yeah. It's like, oh, Brigham. I heard you guys won your underwater hockey game today. Congratulations.
Thank you. We did. It was a lot of fun.
It's always nice when Calatog wins one.
I'm guessing it doesn't happen that often because I've heard that a lot today.
No, it's not. I mean, sports aren't everything, but still nice to win every now and again.
True. Yeah, no, winning is fun. I mean, the game was fun in general, but winning was definitely a nice bonus.
Sure, you
How are you?
feel good in the water naturally. I'm good. So do you have underwater hockey where you're from?
Not really. Not yet. No. We're already underwater, so underwater hockey is just hockey.
Fair enough, but underwater hockey. Just wasn't sure if you had anything similar or different sports.
Different sports. This one's definitely much more of an above ground but sport, which is really amusing. We
Right.
do mostly treasure hunts.
Oh, nice. Sounds fun. Is it treasure from you or treasure from the surface world or?
Bit of both. Usually training with little bits of trinkets and treasure that's stashed around by parents and then set off to actually look for real treasure that's been dropped by nymph boats or magical shipwrecks.
There's a lot of things dropped into the water by nymph boats.
Yeah. And not all of it's treasure, so there's
No.
kind of a bit of a point system. It's an ongoing thing, but there's like a yearly festival where we get together and compare treasures that everybody's found and celebrate the person who found the most.
Interesting. Yeah, it must be frustrating having to deal with so much pollution from people that just don't care about the underwater world, especially nymphs. But
Yeah. I mean, we've turned it into a bit of a game to kind of help. I mean, a lot of the trash we find ways to discard. Usually try to put it back on land where it came from, after all. But we do what we can.
that's fair. Okay. Well, just wanted to say congratulations.
Well, thank you. And it was nice talking with you.
You too. Cool. Cool. So you guys, I guess, end up linking up at the library. Save Gustav, who had left the library and is with Professor Ames, practicing stuff. I assume you guys just do your homework and all that. I don't want to go too late because I know Hatter has to go, so we can wrap it up there. I won't have anyone get thrown into a bookshelf on a cliffhanger or anything. No crazy. I wasn't sure how long the contest is going to go, and then as soon as I start filling space, then sometimes it's teeth pulling to get you guys to do stuff, and then you decide you want to do something, and we start going late. But that's just how it goes. That's fine. So Kids on Brooms, spinoff on Kids on Bikes. This was the last session in this series. We just really wanted to get to that familiar costume contest that we spent this session and the session before, or the series before, talking about. So just wanted to get that knocked out of the way. I think the next two sessions will have more of a theme. So I don't stream, but I'm here a lot. I think next we have, is it next Thursday, Fate Brigade? Fate Brigade next Thursday. And then Masks, not this weekend, but next weekend for Teen Justice Academy.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
On the 26th.
Correct. All right. So that's me. Go
All
to
right,
Misha.
I'm
Tails.
Misha or Misha underscore less than 3 on Twitch or at Misha Weha on Twitter or Tumblr. You can see some of our fan art in the Discord that you should join. But also sometimes it's posted to cpluscomics.tumblr.com if you like blog things. Indeed, I still need to prep literally anything for Fate Brigade upcoming. So we'll see where that one goes. I have one idea. We'll see what happens. And then hopefully sometime next month we'll probably be back with this. I'm just bringing this on everybody else here, but that's fine. We'll figure it out later because I plan too far in the future. Brigham.
Hello, I'm Hatter. I've been playing Brigham and had a lot of fun swimming and doing underwater hockey and thinking on my feet for some of the questions going on. I love roleplay. It's fun. You think of all sorts of random stuff. But I do not stream. You can usually find me here and whenever the next game we have is. Next month sounds good. We'll figure something out. But yeah, Aspen.
Hi, I'm Sin or sinful underscore underscore potato on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, all the social medias, basically Twitch. I stream at points in time. Yeah, I've been playing Aspen, who is being haunted by her consequences of stealing from a Pegasus. That should be fun. Trying to befriend someone in our house and also obtain positive house points so that they don't outright reject her the moment she asks them to go to the dance. And working on anger issues is great. So much fun stuff with teenage anger. Yeah. Good stuff.
Hello, I am Twi'lek, and I've been playing Gustav, and I will be playing Gustav soon. This series, I almost got caught by a teacher breaking into his desk, and now Phidias holds my life in his hands.
Yeah.
And at the moment, the last thing that was said was that he's not going to pull the trigger. This is possibly because Zero is a coward. Zero, your turn.
That's for sure what it is. He also said that to Kells, who he knows is a liar. So we'll see how that goes. But we'll see. But remember, Phineas is very weird, but he's also better than everyone. He's a precious angel. He is. He has the best heart of everyone. Except maybe Aspen, but it's just hard to see through the flying fists that kind of get in the way of the view of the heart. Anyway, so yeah, I'm Zero. I was Phineas, who's a weird kid. Yeah, and we'll be back with stuff that you've heard about. So we should probably go see somebody. I think the Batquin is playing Black Mesa. So I think we should probably go hang out with Batty and say hi and see if we can interrupt him with lots of dropping in the raid call things to distract him at a critical moment, so he has to go back to a save point and do the whole thing again, because that sounds like it would be fun. Let's see. There we go. Cool. We got both the raid calls in, so go ahead and grab them up and say hi to Batty, and we'll see you back here for, well, another story about weird kids, but it's weird kids with superpowers. We'll see you in about a week. Awesome. Thanks, everybody.